Alright. Hello, hello, hello. I'm Manji Dragonfly. Welcome back to Lucid9. Tonight, it ends. And not set up a proper hard save before. But yeah, this is gonna be the finale. This time for sure. I don't have to worry about waking up early in the morning. It turns out I didn't even need to worry about waking up in the morning today. I thought I had to, I did not, so... But this time for sure, because I don't have to wake up till like the early afternoon, so... Let's finish this. This ends tonight. We found our killer, now we gotta save the girl. Just to recheck. Yeah, no, so... So the whole reason we're doing this is to save Rue, so we need her to be there. We need her to be there, and we need her to be ready to run. Oh, it still got out from the last time I played, that's okay. And he's willing to play ball for a little bit, because he knows he has the advantage. But, as we see in the last episode, push too hard, and he's perfectly viable since he's got all the power, push too hard and he's perfectly viable to pull the rug out from under you and burn the whole house down. Or rather, try to get you to burn the whole house down, so... I think we've gotten as much out of him as we can. Well, we have gotten as much out of him as we can. We know this from last episode, that, he can go so well trying to push too hard. No, if I'm honest, there's not a whole lot more I can ask without making the request seem downright ridiculous to Ryota. Ray's going to be there. I'm going to see her. The police will know where I am. This is the most I can ask for. The back of the school, then? I'll give you 15 minutes. I'm coming from the subway station. You better run. Ta-ta. That's the last thing he says before he hangs up. Almost blankly, I stand in the middle of the subway platform, phone swinging loosely from the edge of my fingers. I will warn, I am still kind of sick. I still have a bit of a cough going on. Less than yesterday, but... I'm currently sucking on a cough drop, so again, be prepared for me to stop momentarily, either mute to blow my nose or cough or whatever every little bit. Bear with me. Once we're done with tonight, then I'm just gonna wait until I'm fully bounced back from whatever this is, and hope it doesn't keep going for another week, because I definitely do need to see. Because I might have to get checked up. That's way too long. And all my muscles burst into action. I shoot off the subway, legs pounding the pavement as fast as I can make them. My lungs start to burn as the cold night air cuts into my throat like knives, but I'm forced to ignore it. Stoplights in the cross sections warn me to stop. When I see a gap between the incoming cars, I bull across for my life. I probably could skip all this. I'm pretty sure the skip is like set. Yeah, the skip's set up in a way that like. Oh no, I can't skip it. Okay. Engines roar by and horns bell in full volume. So when the cars roll down their windows, call me crazy, scream that I'm an idiot, swear to call the police on me. I don't care. They're coming back from a long workday, or from grabbing fast food around the corner, or picking up their kid from martial arts or cram school. Meanwhile, there's a girl hedged in a dark room, alone, her only company a crazed murderer who takes pleasure in the infliction of long, extended agony. Yet on they go, fast food, and martial arts, and cram school. Word blurs by in a haze of bright fluorescent color, but I finally grind to a halt at the entrance of the school. My heart feels as though it's slamming into my ribs, bruising itself until it bleeds. I'm forced to stop and lean against the gate, gulping desperately for air. 13 minutes. I only have 2 left. Press my sleeve against the coat, sweat coating my brow, allowing myself time for one more deep breath. I sprint around the perimeter of the school, stopping by the shady back area where all the good kids stay clear of. Random cigarette butts lie scattered on the floor, and if I squint, I can catch the light gleam of empty needles in the grass. Well, maybe the school's a little less tight than I first thought. This is all stuff we've seen, come on. As I near the trash man, I notice a long, distinctly human-shaped figure leaning against a solid wall. Fine weather we're having. I expect the voice, but I don't expect the instinctive reaction that comes with it. Breath catches and my throat clogs, sending tears straight to my eyes, no matter how hard I try to keep them down. And Ryota steps into the moonlight, lips twisted into a lopsided grin. Out for a little night exercise. I try to speak, but no sound passes my lips. I know what he's doing. I know what this is. Power play. I'm sweaty, tired, disheveled, and likely very sleep deprived. Forcing me to run here only gave him more of an advantage. There's nothing I can do about it. Now, removal of gadgets if you may. Wordlessly, I reach into my pocket until I remember. You said you'd show me Rue first. He only chuckles at this, and I have a chuckle of amusement. It almost sounds giddy. Good. You're already learning how to play the game. He turns and points silently at the second floor of the classroom building. Almost very shrouded in darkness, but just by the window I catch a glint of... You saw it, didn't you? So, phone. All I saw was orange hair. It could be a dupe. Lying heavily, Rio reaches for his phone, taps the screen a few times. He only has to wait a few seconds. Rue, your boyfriend is having some trust issues. Be a dear and look out the window. I stare at the building, forcing myself not to blink, half convinced that if I look away for a split second, I'll miss everything. The head of orange hair by the window turns slowly, revealing a distant pale face, molded slightly by the distortion of the window. Without doubt, it's Rue. I sigh breathlessly, instinctively, something I can't stop in time. Rio smiles triumphantly. Phone. I silently hand him my phone. Turn on your pockets, pants, and jacket. I do so. You're walking evenly, so I doubt you're carrying everything in your shoes or your underwear. Come in. We've wasted enough time. How? We're at the back of the... Yeah, and all this keypad in the wall. Let's get on with it. This is just set up. We know about the janitor. Let's just... Ah, yes, the lamb missing socks. Never forget. You do have to wonder, why does Yahiko put up that, front? Turns and slides into the corridor, moving so fluidly that his head stays perfectly even over the ground. And then notice that his careful steps render him virtually silent, like a predator hunting down a piece of injured prey. That far too much practice at this. A simple matter of exiting the building, turning the corner, and entering the classroom complex. He leads me up the stairs to the second floor. Floor where I saw Rue. Pulls open the door, lifting an eyebrow at me. I only stare inside the dim gloom, suddenly filled with dread. Everything could be a trap. Ray could have been moved. Chiguri could be lying. So many moving components to this encounter, so many potential things could go completely wrong. Tormente's Ryo only jerks his head at the door in a distinctly more impatient fashion. Patience. I found this nugget into the back portion of my mind that's still miraculously working. He is a very impatient individual. He's willing to give us some, he's willing to kind of give us some bones because he thinks he's in control, but you definitely can't push him too hard. Because if you try to push him to the point of breaking, he'll try to break you back. Good to know. Ryo falls straight behind me, announcing my appearance with a loud crow. And the delinquent arrives at last! He pushes up his sleeves as if he's getting ready for work, tossing his keys and phone on top of the desk, probably in an effort to unburden himself for whatever he has planned. I stopped abruptly, my eyes roving frantically across the classroom, searching empty space. There! Huddled in the back corner of the room are three desolate figures, each tied firmly to their chairs. One of them with streaks of orange hair shining softly in the scant moonlight is Rue. For a moment I see nothing else. I is fixed on her and my throat closes. Happy. Never! I shuffle forward, a choked whimper tearing out of my mouth before I can stop it. It's only after seeing her that the weight falls. I realize how long it's been since we've last spoken. I realize how much I missed her. I remember what life was like without her. I brace my hands against the desk, keep myself from collapsing bonelessly to the ground, forcing slow and steady breaths into my lungs. Still alive. Alive and before my eyes. She screams something muffled against her gag and kicks the wall. The abrupt noise stops me in my tracks. Oh, it seems the damsel in distress wants to share some lovely little words. Clearly amused, he stands to his feet and swaggers over to the chairs. In one fluid motion, he floors with something from the teacher's desk and holds it high in the air. A knife, serrated and sickly, blade glinting coldly at the edges. With a jolt of panic, I leap forward. Don't! He slices down and freezes. Tip of the knife whisks forward and over, straight towards Rue's skull, searing the air below it in two. At the last possible moment, pulls back and neatly shreds the knob of her gag. Cloth flares elegantly in the air, coming to rest on the linoleum below. I force a ragged breath as Riola screeches. Oh, kid, the look on your face! Priceless! Priceless! I slump against the desk, my relief too great to allow room for anger. You know, spilling out words is one thing when you're a kid, but like a psychopath, especially a long word like priceless, I don't know, it doesn't strike me as like right, Ryota. I'm criticizing your psychopathness. As I stare at Rue, her eyes, her hair, the tip of her nose. Dude, please, let me memorize image remind me of home. Comfort, teasing, Christmas dinners and scented candles at a town festival. Whispered inside jokes, elbows in the ribs, playing make-believe like two idiots. Rue. What the hell are you thinking, Yama? Why would you come here? Voice changes octaves with every syllable, and her eyes are full of tears. Despite her terror, she's only worrying about me. I clear my throat and croak something incomprehensible. That was meant to be a throat clear, turn into a cough. Then try again. You're okay. Yeah, but not for long! Why didn't you just stay home? Because I couldn't leave her to die. Because I had to do something. I guess I got lazy. Being lazy. She snorts out a choked laugh, something almost frenetic, as if she didn't mean to laugh, but she just couldn't help it. Well, there's a surprise. He says me a weak smile. I turn to Rio, who only smiles lazily in response. You see, I'm a good sport. So very accommodating. You won't find an executioner in my tier anywhere else in the world. Executioner? Executioners kill for a purpose. Executioners are given targets by other people. It's possible to get any information out of him? Executioner? You mean a glorified hunting dog? I say with an attempt at a cold, flat tone. Because of my dismay, my voice cracks! Damn puberty. This only seems to heighten Ryota's glee. Hunting? Oh no. Hunting is meant for practical purposes. Hunting is for the meat or the hide or the money from sales. I like to think of myself as a gardener, pruning dead weight of the branches with actual promise can grow. My id is my employer, my ego the employee. Where's your super ego come into this? Don't think I don't know what you're doing. Scraping for time won't bring the police any closer, boy. Do you realize that you sound... No more provocations. It's time for school to begin its session. He roughly pounds the handle of his knife against his desk, blasting my ears with the sudden sound. I instinctively jumps into my throat. He snickers quietly at the shock that must be evident on my face. Welcome, class. Hate to say it, but you're now in a remedial session. Suffice to say, you've all screwed up in a big way. It's my job to whip you back into shape. How I hate it, but someone in this snooty little elementary school has to smack the hands of the naughty ones. Suddenly whips to me, his eyes blazing fire, pointing the tip of his knife right at my chest. You! Why aren't you sitting down? I sit down, throat dry. Rio's shoulders immediately relax. Good. That's exactly how I like it. Yeah, get your jollies for now, you shit. Now, Ishimoto, is it? Since you came in late, you get to be my special assistant. My body goes cold. My eyes immediately turn to the knife. Ryota, reading my intentions, chuckles. Oh, don't look so scared, boy. You'll let me discipline. Sounds like a much better position to be in, doesn't it? Relief courses through me and I hate myself for it. I'll give you a little choice, boy. Listen carefully because it's an important one. Each of us needs to discipline someone else. That's a given. This is a remedial class after all. I'll give you two fabulous options out of the goodness of my heart. Either my disciplinee will be darling little Rue, and yours will simply be that plastic class skeleton. Or both of us will work on those other two students. Other students? Since when were... right, the two strangers sitting by Rue. Looks at the back of the room, sizing up the three figures. First is a girl, the second a boy. Don't recognize either of them, but they look young, maybe in their first year. They're speechless, but even from where I sit, I can see the sweat rolling from their temples and dripping onto their necks. Their knees are clearly shaking. Both of them absolutely terrified. innocent bystanders pulled into this sick, dastardly game. Bree's next to them. Unlike the other, she's completely still, eerily so, like she's been turned to stone. When I meet her gaze, I see nothing but tears of fear in her eyes. She's been gagged. In a different circumstance, she would have volunteered immediately in order to save the other two students. She would have been brave and fiery and everything the world knows her for. The fact that she isn't saying a word tells me just how scared she is. I drift back to Ryota when he tilts his head. Knife twitches in his hand. I suddenly piece everything together. He's a discipliner. I am a discipliner. Whatever he's planning on doing, I will have to copy. If he breaks bones, so must I. If he saws through limbs, so must I. And if I don't, then all of us will be killed. Right here, right now. The only thing keeping him playing along is me. I could pick the class skeleton. I only have to main plastic, stop on plastic, break plastic. Everything would be safe. But then Rue would be in the hands of Ryota, watching Rue get hurt. I don't think I can bear it. Aim here to save her. Letting her die in Ryota's hands. No, there has to be a different way. But then what? The other two students? It's 2 lives instead of 1. 2 bodies instead of 1. Objectively, it's the worst decision in every way. Ryota knows this, because he knows me sometimes better than I know myself. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Ultimate trade-off. I can't give up Rue. I just can't. Forcing 2 other students to suffer? That's who I pick. We could take the skeleton, but again, Ryota definitely seems like the type who will burn the house down if you try to screw with him, especially at this junction. He wants us to suffer, but if we try to take the easy way out, he's perfectly liable to just take the knife and slit Rue's throat there and then. And there's no way that wouldn't send Yama over the edge. Grisly, but try to speak, but comes out as a croak. Desperately, I clear my throat and try again. Let's work on the 2 other students. Reactions are immediate. Ryota's face lights up in a manic smile, where his jaw drops. The other 2 students explode. Bastard! You damn bastard! I can't believe you! Please don't hurt my sister. Don't hurt me. This makes me freeze. Brother and sister, you know that was intentional. Silently watches Ryota gleefully skips over to the chairs, dragging the 2 students over, where he gasps breathlessly. Brother and sister, cruelty will never end. Yo, Wolfie, I'm doing alright. We are at the end of Lucid9, major spoiler territory. I do hope you're doing well tonight. How you doing, Wolfie? I swear, if you wave 1 finger at my brother. Ryota stops abruptly. The momentum throws the girl against her ropes, temporarily choking her into silence. Isn't she just so darling? I picked her out specifically for you, boy. Did you? Good, just venturing around. Hell yeah, nice. Like I said, this is like the very end of Lucid9. This game is free. You can play it. You've already seen some pretty heavy spoilers at this point, but I do suggest, like, checking out the rest of it if you're interested and you haven't already seen it. It's fun, it's fun until, well, we're in a pretty grisly part, but I swear, Lucid9 is good. Oh yes, and she gets to be yours. My mind runs blank as the girl glares at me, hate burning clear in her eyes. Like I said, you've already seen, like, some pretty major spoilers, so up to you, Wolfie. Up to you, like, if you want to, like, stay and watch since you're already in for a penny, in for a pound, you know. You're disgusting. I say nothing. It vaguely dawns on me that I should direct her anger at the serial killer. I'm not paying much attention anyways. I've got everything that happened already. Good. Alright, sounds good, Wolfie. That psychopath who orchestrated this entire thing. Can I really? I still had hope. Hopefully they will go unscathed, that only one person had to suffer rather than two. Crush that hope, the last hope they ever had. And now, they'll die for it, agonizingly, nothing but despair. Then my reply is automatic and empty. I'm sorry. Fully expect her to spit in my face, she only turns her head away. To be voice acting, now a heavy British accent. So, look at me, sir! You think I can do British? I can barely speak English! I can barely speak my normal accent! British is gonna be so rough. The British girl isn't even here! Terrified boy locks eyes with her face doused in a mixture of tears and sweat. I'm not keeping this up the whole time, but it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Do you understand? Think of the Queen. Okay, enough. It'll be okay. Enough, this is a very serious moment. This is a very serious and horrifying moment. I swear I'll speak British. I swear I'll try the British accent again if we see the British girl again. I look at Rio, expecting him to slap her into silence, and then he leans against the wall, grinning like he's having the time of his life. Of course, he must be having a field day. Pleasure or pain brings him more joy than death itself. Freak. I get the sudden urge to laugh, and I don't know why. Mama! The airy voice from the corner reminds me of Rue's presence. She's staring quietly at the scene before her, face bleached white. Stream often? I've been getting a lot more into streaming lately. Like, I try to stream, like, every single week, more or less. I did take a break last week, because I caught a cold, but I mean, for this week, I've streamed twice this week so far, so I generally try to stream once or twice a week. Usually Thursdays or Friday mornings. I'm doing night times for Lucid9, considering that we're now at the portion where things are pretty horrifying. I will stream nighttime for, like, horror games and stuff that I feel like needs the extra mood lighting and setting. Oh, thank you for following me, Wolfie. I welcome you to the Dragonfly Den Guild Torture Classroom, something like that. And yeah, if you want to drop by some streams in the future, I'm down. I'd be glad to see you there, Wolfie. You're not going to hurt her, are you? Guilt, terror, regret, anguish. You must both be feeling their full effects. Close your eyes, Rue. She stifles a quiet sob. Turn to Ryota. Now everything's set up. I need you to untie Rue. You know I can't do anything to you while you still have that knife, and neither can she. Neither of us will leave the other person to die either. Only because you're the teacher's pet, boy. Stops over the Rue's chair and cleanly slices at her bonds. She probably clasps her hands together, breathing deeply. Don't worry, Rue. I'll kill both of us. I won't. Turn back to Rio, hands sway against the fabric of my jacket. So what are the rules of the game? Oh, it's quite simple. Strides behind the teacher's desk and pulls something out underneath. My heart drops. Two metal pipes, around 3 feet in length, rough around the edges. Rolls one to me. I automatically stoop down and pick it up. We'll take turns inflicting blows on our disciplinees. Good, solid blows that make a nice musical sound. I hope you like playing Hagar in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, boy. Never played this game, so what's happening? So, Lucid9, it starts off like kind of like a lighthearted, like comedic little like slice of life type of thingy, but we're at the end, so things have gone. There was like some student disappearances, and it became very apparent that, yeah, these were murders. Ryota here is the serial killer. He's been the one responsible for committing the murders, and now he's got our closest friend / not girlfriend, Rue, as a hostage. Now, we're trying to stall him for time, so hopefully, associate / friend of ours, Shigure, can get the police in here to kind of stop all this. Even though the police are kind of dubious trustworthiness, there might be some corruption. But this is the best plan we've got so far. So we got we gotta try to, like, figure out how to, kind of weather the storm. The first foot splinter who knocks out or kills their disciplinee loses. Boy balls at this point. Even the girl is shocked in the silence. First person to fall unconscious means a loss. Which means I have to inflict pain without the promise of comfort. I don't want to win, or at least not lose. Each blow needs to be felt by their conscious mind. And in that moment, it'll be just like Ryota. Oh, don't give me that face, boy. Be glad I didn't pick the knife. I mean, I'm pretty tempted to, but then he probably laughs, and that's just boring. So, important note about Yama is that he's very traumatized. I'll be back, my friend, spamming my cheeks in Discord right now. Alright. I know that feel. Go take care of that, Wolfie. Something this needs to be remembered. So, are we ready to begin? No, I'm certainly not ready. I'll never be. I shut the pipe in my hand, feeling its weight. It's hefty, sturdy, could easily break bones, probably shatter a skull. It's in my hands. I'll go first. Watch and learn. He stands over the boy, gripping the pipe tightly in one hand, keeping the knife in the other. I watch transfixed even while everything in my brain is screaming for me to turn away and close my eyes. The boy whimpers quietly, eyes wide, squirming about the crude ropes that bind him to his chair. Ryota smirks quietly at him, ruffles his hair. Not gonna lie to you, kid. This is gonna hurt like hell. No. Ryota raises the pipe painstakingly slow, reveling in the drama of the moment. I may have laughed if the situation wasn't so sick. 3, 2, 1. He puts the pipe down, but when it's just an inch away from the boy's kneecaps, he stops. Psych! The boy releases a great shuddering gasp, shoulders dropping in relief. Though a moment of hesitation, Ryota lifts the pipe and brings it down. It goes bone against metal, and the air splits from the impact of a horrifying, agonized scream, punctuated by the shrill screech of metal as the base of the chair grinds against the ground from the force of impact. The boy is still screaming as Ryota steps back, an expression I have never seen before dawning on his face. Oh, beauty! True beauty! How poignant is your sting! He looks quietly to himself as the boy rises against his chair, leg forced into an awkward angle. Damn it! This can't go on. I realize it quietly through the empty shock as my fingers tan around the pipe. I can't let this go on. Is there a way to outthink the situation? Anything at all? I am back. Welcome back. As I was saying before, very important thing to know about Yama, he's actually, like, a very traumatized individual. Like, he has sister. So the whole thing, the reason brother and sister is important is because it's basically, like, it's like he's looking at his younger self and his younger sister, who passed away protecting him in a very traumatizing bus accident when he was young. The whole reason that Rui is his closest friend is because she's the person who's kind of stuck by him throughout the years and kind of helped, like, ground him, take care of him, including saving him from a suicide attempt. So, there's a reason Ryota is making this into pure torture to try, like, he wants to break Yama, push him into being worse, push him into becoming just like him. But, like, part of the whole trauma is that, like, if he sees blood, if he sees blood or, like, he gets a little too, like, he learns a little too much about, like, the trauma, specifically from, like, a bus or an accident, he can lapse and he can wind up losing, like, hours, just blacked out, like, kind of on autopilot. He can remember it. It's happened a few times, but yeah, this is a very traumatized boy. He needs therapy. Ryota was supposed to be his therapist, and this is what he's doing to us. He's a bastard of the highest caliber. Oh, there's finally a video game where the protagonist gets some much needed therapy, and the therapist is an asshole, a psychopath asshole. Cruelty. Well, your turn, boy. 4 students, including me, 4 lives at stake, 2 thrust in the middle of terrible suffering. Originally came with the intention to just grab as much time as I possibly could, if I could prevent a death, maybe 2. But there's no sign of the police, not even the slightest indicator that they'll come at all. And now, death is looking like the best option. By the time I have to draw out this game, causing as much pain to this girl as she can bear, while the boy suffers beyond description. If the police don't come, we'll still end up dead. I can crack this girl's skull, give her a merciful end, and then I lose and Rio unleashes his knife on the rest of us. If I move really fast, I can maybe put an end to both her and her brother, which case it would only be down to Rue and me. No, Shiguri said she would come. She swore she would come. She said, she promised, she told me. Stop dallying about, boy. We haven't got all day. So something that Shiguri told us is that if we have an option between a stupid option and an even stupider option, don't pick either. Just stall as much as you can. That's the thing. He's given us some grace. We're in a very favorable position because he was still willing to give us some grace and, like, acquiesce to some of our demands, but if we push too hard, so Shiguri's coming, we gotta stall for time as much as possible. Pipes, don't you think it's a little, I don't know, dated? Just because something's old-fashioned doesn't mean it's bad. I don't see what you mean. Sure you do. Never been an avid fan of change, have you? No. So you're saying that I'm stuck in my ways? We all have a natural tempo. Nothing wrong with that. That's certainly a positive outlook. Know what you're trying to do, kid. Cut it out. Make your choice now. Like I said, so I was saying before, he will give us some grace because he knows he's in control, but he's impatient. If we push too hard, he will pull the rug out and try to burn the whole building to the ground on top of our heads. And he's clearly at the limit for now, so Song is too dangerous. Rio is too dangerous. He's a He's done more than his fair share of murder. He certainly knows how to handle a knife. I'm sure he knows. He's bigger, stronger probably, definitely smarter. And he's running out of patience. This is gonna suck. A situation like this seems like everything the only option is to go with the flow. That was a weird sentence. I'm calling you on that one, Fallen Snow Studios. That was a weird sentence. That was weird to read. I feel like that needed a small rewrite. I automatically step forward, knuckles turning white as I raise the pipe. Shiguri said she would bring the police. Shiguri needs me to buy time. Buying time means abiding by the game. Drawing it out. Pain without mercy. Conscious damage. Nama, please. Close your eyes. The voice that comes from my mouth is cold and blank. Nothing like my own. Keep my eyes open as I swing the pipe down, knowing that I only endanger the girl further if I close them. I see the pipe descend. I see the girl's eyes widen. I see... Vibration rocks from the tip of the pipe up through my arms to my eyes, which rattle in their sockets. I feel the impact of her arm giving way beneath my own hands. Something in me, something I hadn't known was there, slinks away into the shadows, gone forever. The girl gasps for breath as her brother bursts into tears. No, brother, sister, doomed to die. Step back, hands shaking uncontrollably. He only throws back his head and laughs. Oh yes! Yes, that's it! I was worried for a moment, thinking that you pansy out! Ouch, indeed. But you mean business right now, don't you? There must be something, some other way, some advantage, something that doesn't involve this. I still myself, keeping my eyes fixed on the girl before me. Faking shock? Maybe. I can't say that I'm really faking. I let my mind cast about the room, mentally recalling every sensory memory that shelved away as I entered the classroom, searching for some miraculous solution. The door sprung open beneath my touch as I stepped into the classroom, my figure enveloped in the nighttime gloom. There was a storm behind me, letting every footstep vibrate through the floor, up the doorframe into the foundations of the building of itself. He was enjoying himself, maybe a little too. Oh, you fine with me chatting while you're talking? Because I'm totally fine with you chatting. I welcome people in my chatting with me, even in the midst of this. I'm totally fine with it. I don't normally get people stopping by a chat, so please feel free to chat along, Wolfie. I'm enjoying the company. I was waiting for this moment, I think. Students say he carved to pieces might please him temporarily, but this night, this would be his magnum opus, and he wanted to relive it 1,000 times over. He grinned with confidence as he cupped his hands around his mouth. And the delinquent arrives at last! I shoveled further into the room, squinting in the darkness of the furthest corners, my breath shallow and my palms sweaty. Dark conversation, what games do you like playing? I am very big on visual novels, JRPGs, and fighting games. Like, actually, the next series I have planned doing after Lucid9 is a JRPG that I have not touched before, but a friend of mine has been recommending to me for a while, so I'm excited to finish up Lucid9 and get to that. In the meantime, Ryo pushed up his sleeves and tossed his keys and phone on top of his desk. That was when I saw Rue. Wait, tossed his keys and phone on top of his desk? There's one thing that I overlooked: the mole and the police. No matter how quickly and secretly Shigure might act, there's still a high chance that she'll be found out. After all, it only took a few minutes for that mole to relay the news to Ryoya. This time shouldn't be any different. Any time now, a phone call could warn Ryoya, tell him to get away, and that would be the end. It doesn't matter if I manage to distract him with this game. It's not like he'll ignore a phone call from his accomplice. In that case, I need to get rid of that phone. I have a pipe in my hands and I'm just a step away from the desk. The main problem is breaking it without Ryoya noticing. If he does notice, he won't think that I'm knowingly sabotaging him. Hello, Earth to Yama Ishimoto. Was this a little too much for you? The voice catches and squeaks, which makes me sound exceedingly helpless. That's a good thing. Ryo giggles quietly, but his eyes are narrowed. This must be a little rough, hmm? Do you feel like you're hitting your poor sister? I wouldn't worry. She's already dead. You know that. I grip the pipe tighter, my knuckles whitening with pressure. Both edges of the metal start to cut into the palm of my hand. I welcome the anger, the panic, the helplessness that's swirling through my blood, gathering into one tangled ball of black emotion. Must still be sour for you, kid, no? Would you rather hit the little boy? Shut up. Yama, please don't listen to him. Come to think of it, maybe you had some fun if you had the boy. You'd finally get an outlet for all that self-hatred. Yama, he's just trying to get to you. You can fight it. Shut up, you bitch! With frightening speed, bounds across the classroom and seizes Rui by the hair, yanking backward until her neck is at an unnatural angle. Oh. Ah, no! What the hell? So, unfortunately, there are a few, images that, just occasionally bug out. I don't even remember, images. I don't even remember so many images bugging out when I first played this back in, 2016? I think it was. I forget if it was 2016 or 2018. It was, when the game first released. There's only, one instance I, very clearly remembered. I feel like this has been happening a lot more in this playthrough. I forgot about it. It didn't happen last stream. I liked you at first, but now you're just a little yapping dog. I should slit your throat right now. Your esophagus to the brow over there. Gestures to the boy who's fastened to the chair, where he makes an instinctive whimper deep in her throat. Do we have an understanding? Yes. Do we have an understanding? Jesus, dude, what the fuck? That's a little much. That's a high school girl. Yes! Something locks in my brain, all my emotions drain away until I feel like an empty automaton. You shouldn't have touched her. My vision blurs with rage as I raise the pipe with both hands, my arms shaking. Cold. Everything feels so cold. The edges of my lips pull up into an unbidden smile as a fleeting vision passes before my eyes. Yo's body, battered and broken at my feet, waiting for me to make an imprint. I seize the vision even as a deeper part of my mind shrinks away in horror. I let it control me. Shouldn't have touched Rui Hayata. Slam the pipe down with as much force as possible. Metal pulses against the floor with an ear-splitting crack. Splinters are something away and shiny shoot away from the point of impact like a spray of bullets. The boy and the girl shrink back in their chairs, staring at me with wide eyes. Irrelevant. Get away from her! I let my voice increase in volume. I let it shake. I let it steep with madness and fury. Hey, Moon! How you doing tonight? You probably know this already, but this is like the very end of Lucid9, as in huge-ass spoilers. If you're still interested in playing Lucid9, I totally understand. If you've already played it, cool, but just letting you know now, Moon. Hope you're doing well tonight, though. I saw you were playing Minecraft earlier. How'd that go? Rio steps back inadvertently, now a fear but out of surprise. He almost seems pleased with my transformation. I lunge forward, my voice exploding shrilly out of my throat. Get away! Get away from her or I'll kill you! I start swinging the pipe madly like an unbalanced marionette on a string, letting the end swivel into the desk, chairs, walls, anything. I rush at Rio, he nimbly weaves between the desks and tightens the grip on his own pipe. My pipe passes within an inch of Rui's face as I whirl around, bowling in Rio's direction, or its desk. I vaguely register a look of open horror from Rui, but I flick it away from my mind like a gnat. I lunge at Rio with a full force blow, swinging down, letting out a vicious scream. Just as I was hoping, Rio is startled by my sudden burst of energy and simply dodges the sign instead of blocking my blow. My pipe slices downward and splits the polished surface of the teacher's desk, sending shards of wood flying. The impact rattles at my arms and into my skull, but most importantly, hit Rio's phone dead center. It shatters into the new pile of rubble, the resulting crackle masked by the destruction. I don't dare to take a pause. Can't celebrate the small victory. Instead, I let my anger fester and take hold of the pipe in my hands. I'll kill you right here, Riona! I swing again at him, and he steps back, adjusting grip on his pipe. He's getting ready to counterattack. Momentum on my arms carries my weapon straight into the wall, sending the plaster cracking. I let loose a scream of frustration, something that rips my throat raw and ricochets against the broken wall. In the corner of my periphery, I can register Rui clasping her hands. Yama, please, stop. That's the best you've got, kid. You just haven't landed a single hand, this old man. I don't let myself think. I just swing the pipe unblinkingly at his head, knowing that it won't hit. Rio drops down just as I suspect. That is wine with glee, and he swings his own pipe with one hand and... my stomach suddenly lurches back against my spine. It was a piercing hammer of agony. I'm sent sprawling to the ground, and Rio is screaming faintly in my ears. Yama! And then the coldness, the numbness, the emptiness... it all melts away, and I suddenly feel weary, like every footstep is being pulled through mud. Full pent-up aggression in my guts replaced with a pounding soreness from the impact of Rio's pipe. For a moment I let myself lie there, splinters of wood and plaster pricking into my back. It'd be so easy to just close my eyes and sleep. Let this whole world drift away. Yeah, boy. Game's not over yet. Unless you mean to forfeit? Ah, that's right. Can't forfeit because there's other lives on the line. That's what I came here for, to help these other people, save some lives. I start to push myself up, and my abdomen clenches in pain. I gracelessly fall back to the ground, my back stinging from the tiny daggers of fragments embedded into the ground. So no forfeit. Pity. Give me a moment. I will hopefully have bounced back from this illness of whatever I've gotten by next week. Turn on my side and try again. This time I lean on the remains of the desk, cradling an arm against my aching stomach. Where was that energy from a split second ago? Why am I suddenly so tired? I guess I tend to charge ahead when I have a purpose, and without that purpose I just run on a broken engine. Needed to break the phone. Now I've broken it. What's left? Wait, how long? Will Shikori come? You play, boy. I see what you're trying to do. Veins feel dread, and it takes every ounce of self-control for me to not cast a glance at the buried phone. Fortunately for you, noise isn't an issue. You can throw a tantrum all day and no one will hear a thing. The new curfew keeps kids in the dorm court. No one's gonna take a stroll around the classroom as they could be playing foosball in the common room. I don't have energy to respond. I don't even feel my face move. Gradually, the cold, welcoming emptiness in my mind is dissipating, replaced with a creeping sense of utter what? Something dark, black, something that feels like it's squeezing my temples and smothering my nostrils until I can't breathe. Well, that was an interesting intermission. Must be my turn again, no? He weighs the pipe casually in his hands like he's adjusting his hold on a baseball bat and lifts it over his shoulder. He only registers his words when he steps forward, sliding closer to the boy's side. Suddenly past the ball pain on my diaphragm, screaming, "No! Ah!" I automatically close my eyes at the moment of impact, but that doesn't make the crunch of his collapsing bone any less loud. I restrict the boy's hand this time, with my eyes off it, scared at witnessing the damage for myself, but judging from the boy's shocked stare, it's just as bad as it sounds. "Please, don't hurt him." "Oh, I wouldn't worry if I were you. You'll be getting your fair share of the pain." She groans at this, loud and anguished, bubbling in her throat like a cloud of blood. Breaking the phone wasn't enough. "There has to be more, something else I can do. You enjoying this?" Filler, as my mind scrambles for something more adequate. "Why, yes I am. Thanks for asking." "And you've enjoyed the previous students?" "They were alright, but this little show has been the best by far. It's like playing chess against a toddler versus playing chess against a rival. One just doesn't bring that satisfying challenge, you know? I can't feel good about pulling a checkmate on a little kid who's not even potty trained." He's becoming more talkative. I think he's focused off the game, even if it's just a little bit. I was gonna make a self-deprecating joke about me and my skills at chess. I used to like chess when I was a little kid, but man, I sucked at chess. I never got good at like memorizing all the different openings and like plays and like all of them. I was never really good at like thinking ahead. So like, even though I like chess, I never really. If I played against anyone who even remotely knew how to play the game, I generally lost. And even then, 99 times out of 100 was just against like other family members who like, they went easy on me. Basically every game ended in like a draw, except for like ones with like one of my uncles who actually kind of knew how to set up a checkmate. I don't memorize either, man. I just go for it. Yeah, that was pretty much how I played as a kid. I don't really play chess nowadays. I do watch a lot of Chess Simp though. The the YouTuber who like does all the chess videos with like all the different challenges. Those are pretty fun, honestly. Maybe someday I don't think I can memorize all that shit. I don't think chess is as much as I like chess as a kid, I don't think chess is the game for me. I seize this with desperation. Maybe they were more of a challenge than you thought. I figured it out just from the clues that they dropped. With this bold claim reel tilts his head like a broken doll. I see the deranged gears in his head picking up speed ever so slowly. So like a $5,000 chessboard the other month, man. Oh, yup. That sounds about right. Those high-end chessboards. You know that people who love their chess love their chess. Taro doesn't like games with only pain, suffering, injury. Rio likes to think. Rio is intelligent. Rio would look for a battle of wits just as readily. Even this pipe game is twisted mix of sadism and psychology. His mind clashing against mine, trying to make me succumb to his methods. Maybe this is a way to piece interest in bringing the floor back into balance. It's the last hope I have. You always were a sharp kid, weren't you? I have high expectations for you, but if you see it, every one of them, you deserve a gold star. I hope you know that gold star isn't exactly a great incentive at the moment. Oh, but I read that positive reinforcement is better than punishment, particularly when it comes to children. To be fair, I've always thought of it as a ruse. Punishment gets results. You just need to look at history to realize that. Because the whips and taskmasters of the ancient pyramids and the great terracotta army were built. Meanwhile, what has modern humanity done? Skyscrapers? What beauty those hold. Glorified prisons, cages of metal and glass meant to trap in pathetic little animals. That way you consider success, building something big? People just prefer happiness. Happiness? A subjective measure of reality. These impressive structures are tangible. They may have strong material carved to loom above the common populace. When you look up, you realize the depth of man's insignificance. Happiness? What can measure happiness? How many smiles I send per day? Oh, let's not forget the first world dream, living in a mansion with a Ferrari and thousands of servants. Nothing brings happiness, but so much brings awe. This is just a meaningless stall for time, but I'll take it. It's starting to warm up, and weirdly enough, so am I. Being happiness is subjective, but all doesn't really bring fulfillment, doesn't it? Have you ever stood on the precipice of a great chasm and just thought, oh, I could just die happy at this moment? It's an unparalleled feeling in the world, child. You seem to be regarding me with skepticism. And pray tell, what is your opinion? What makes you happy in this foolish little world? What makes me happy? Something about the question seems to be a trap. Is he waiting for something to use against me? Is it time for another layer of psychological warfare? My friends, I could say. My friends make me happy. They point out how none of them were here, how in danger is the only one who mattered, how friends are simply an arbitrary term for a circle of useless acquaintances. All I would feel is despair. And what else could I offer as an answer? Being alive. Being alive to do what? You'll experience everything that life has to offer. And we would say that if the gift of life is enough to bring happiness, everyone should always be happy. Slave beneath a whip, the trafficked girl in a brothel, prisoner of war on a rack. And again, I would only feel despair. What makes me happy? What fuels me to get up in the morning and keep going? Altruism? Hardly. I think most people in the world are pretty stupid and don't deserve to live. Love? Yes, if I'm a fountain of affection. But is there fuel me? What makes me happy? Anything I think of, I know Ryo can warp and use against me. They try to break me with my own words. Oh, have I been caught? A shame it to me under these circumstances, child. Your mental faculties are truly impressive. You understand the theme of my lecture? I can't say I do. Will there be a study guide? You're already in the test, boy. I'm afraid it's too late. Simply put, he who has the most drive has the most strength, and he who has the most strength has the most power. Look at you. You can't even tell me what makes you happy, whereas I gave a confident answer. Why do you suppose that you are so powerless while I stand here invincible? You even took my lack of answer and used it against me. I tried to tell myself that was the right decision. You saying that you won? I'm just reporting facts. Even if I'm weaker, I can still beat you. I already beat you. Nobody was supposed to know you were responsible for the killings. The recent ones, or the independent ones. Ryo stops in his tracks, his eyes glinting. Well, whatever the independent killings were, it looks like he really was the person behind them. The breather that I desperately seize. I try to cover my fatigue by flinging a challenging look in his direction. You've been busier than I thought. Doesn't seem to be too hard. People don't tend to expect much of me. You've even made friends in high places, High places? This throws me for a loop. Is this stream 18 plus or my children? I don't really mark it as 18 plus. Even when I do cover like mature games, I don't really think of myself as like being like super mature, but I think that's just because like I tend to think of 18 plus as like the streamers who will make lewd jokes the entire time. I do play games that do cover very heavy topics, so I don't consider myself to be like for children. I'm just kind of here to vibe. So I don't like restrict myself to, I don't restrict my streams or videos or anything to being like, you must be 18 to watch, but definitely not a child-friendly streamer. So yeah, I would say you are chillin'. What do you mean by high places? I got the information from Atsuki and she lives in a shabby apartment in District 6. No, I can't be distracted. I have to keep the conversation flowing. Make him lose track of time. How many people have you killed? Aztecs has this remarkable belief system. Would you like to hear it? I just asked a question. In order to appease the gods to keep the universe running smoothly, they were to offer constant human sacrifices. Priests would rip out the hearts of prisoners of war while they were yet alive. They selected performing this ritual the kingdoms they knew would fall to pieces. That's why you kill people? To keep Osamu running? What kind of reason is that? Oh, what, do you think I'm the priest? Voice drops and takes on a tint of something unfamiliar. My spine tingles in apprehension. I'm not the priest, child. I am the god. I receive bloody offerings. I do not give them myself. Say you must earn my goodwill, lest I paint the streets red with my vengeance. The ones who scorn me will be obliterated by the very words of their own mouth. Oh dear child, you know nothing of the beauty of pure, unadulterated strength. Took a science test saying we learned nothing that was on the test. I'm sure nobody got an A. Ugh. That's cool. 9.5 out of 20. Ouch. Ouch! Oh, I'm sorry. That sucks. I'm gonna fail. You gotta... you gotta try harder. You gotta, like... Oh, I don't know. That's brutal, though. I don't know what advice to offer. Like, I was a good student back when I was in school, but I don't remember. I don't remember school being like that rough. Usually there was at least something. We ain't learned nothing on there. They want you like read the material yourself is the thing. But they need to like give you a guide or something. Come on. That's school. Oh. I opened my mouth, willing a snarky remark to come forth, but there's nothing. My hands are shaking, tight against my throbbing stomach. God, madness to seize this guy. Let's use our notebooks and packets. They didn't help at all. What are they doing? What are they doing in school nowadays? Straight and open my mouth wider, hoping that something will come out. Anything. If I don't say anything, if I don't distract him, even if it means I have to listen to more of this insanity. Antics amuse me, boy, but our intermission must come to an end. We must return to our little game. Too late. The opportunity's been lost, and now I'm riled and I can't recover. In terms of psychological damage, he's won handily. I don't think it could have happened any other way. Like a puppet master overseeing a play, he has total control over every scene. Well, boy, it's your turn. What is your move? Stall some more. I can't keep hitting her. It's a pity that life doesn't change, whether you can or can't do something. Why? That happened to you? Probably not going to happen, but I really hope the teacher cuts some slack after seeing everyone failed. They've got to at least change up their, like, approach if it's really that bad that literally every single person failed, they've got to change up the approach. They've got to do something different. Like, they can't just let you all fail the entire semester. That's gotta be against something. Oh, are we having a little heart-to-heart? Yes. Show me your heart. I want to rip it out, but I don't have that power just yet, Rila. Something must have happened. Something that turned you pretty bitter. You'd love if that were true, wouldn't you? Hurry up. That's ticking, boy. I think he's losing his patience. I have no other option. I have to just follow along. My hands shake as I step closer, raising the pipe. Maybe I can get away with hitting softer? It was a dumb idea. I know it's a dumb idea. You would immediately know, and then you make me hit her again. I close my eyes. I accidentally kill her if my aim is off. I keep them wide open until the air pulls tears out of them. Then I swing the pipe. Arm hangs limply over the edge of the chair, bent in an unusual angle that rises bile to my throat. How much should be feeling at this moment? How could she stand it? Oh, captive for no reason, every nerve screaming fire at her, begging her consciousness to fade but finding no relief. Would she live through that kind of miserable existence? Say, kid, you're not looking too hot. I'll call this sick day. I doubt that's an option, I want to say. Something affected and cynical, something that keeps me safe from the mess of the world. Then my mouth opens to pull up a topic to divert the conversation. Say you kill people for fun, essentially. Oh, does that bother you? I assume it would bother most people. If I remember correctly, the Aztecs, well, they killed other strong warriors to transfer that strength to the sun. So, what made you turn out a bunch of helpless students? Even as I asked the question, the inner crevices in my mind whisper quietly, is it worth it? Yeah, oh yeah, my parents weren't really that excited, but I got 3 awards for last semester and even got all A's. Now people like me failing, you know that test was not fair at all. Yeah, sounds like you're a good student, actually, so yeah, if you and everyone else is having, like, a bad time of it, that seems like something that needs to be, like, discussed. Sounds like something that should probably be discussed in, like, a parent-teacher conference. It's just prolonging an agonizing demise. What other option is there? Come to think of it, earlier you mentioned being an executioner. Heh, Good observation, kid. Let's just say there's no coincidence all the victims are connected to the Ikari's son. How fun. You're about to join that number. This makes me falter. Some people got 15 out of 20, but they said they guessed everything out. Look, that's gonna muddy the waters a bit then, but still, if enough people, if like almost every person is complaining about like, yeah, that test was not fair, that test was not like up to par with the learning material, then that's definitely something that probably should get discussed. I just realized something. Hold up. Just realized something looking at that message. I really need to find alternative stream elements already. I keep telling myself I need to do that, but I swear I fixed that already, though. Let me fix this real quick. I might need to do it for the YouTube side as well, even though no one's really watching the YouTube side, I'm sure. Yeah, no, it looks like it's 0 on the YouTube side, so... Okay, hopefully the next time that automatic message pops up, it will not, like, have the, link to Fallen Snow Studios itch page and the word Kickstarter, like, tied together. Yeah, I could've swore I fixed that before. Of course, if Yahiko isn't the killer but has a connection to every single victim, it has to bear significance. How could I overlook that? I mean, we didn't overlook that. That was a big wasn't that a big reason we suspected Yahiko was was the killer in the first place? Or did we never really bring that up? At least not in regards to Yahiko being the killer. What do you even have against Yahiko? He's harmless, he's gentle, he feels like a little kid in a broken world. Something so stupidly innocent that's refreshing. You say that, but don't forget, Yama. A, dude's clearly putting up a front, making himself look way, way, way dumber than he actually is. B, he definitely has, like, some very powerful parents, even if the parents don't seem to actually give a rap about him. I had nothing against Yahiko. You're asking the wrong question. There's nothing against Yahiko, but he's killing people close to him? That's an incredibly drastic maneuver. Why would a serial killer suddenly focus his attention on someone like Yahiko? No matter how hard I think, the answer eludes me. I can't falter. I can't let him remember to continue the game. Think. If I was some psychotic man who loved to kill people, inflict extreme agony, then why would I do such a thing? What is Yahiko that I'm not? What does Yahiko have that I don't? Money? Very powerful parents? A personality that... I don't want to say makes people like him, but... it's less grating to people on the social level? Yahiko was arrogant, a dreamer, easily excitable, oblivious. Well, these are personality traits. Think deeper. Motive. Ikari's son, Ryoa said before. There we go. Ikari's. It doesn't have anything to do with the past history. They don't really know each other that well after all. Then it's because of money? Money. Connections. Yahiko's the son of 2 higher-ups at Lemniscate. Ryoa doesn't have anything against Yahiko, then could he have something against his parents? If you're aiming for Yahiko's parents, seems a lot more effective to target the people around them. Though that brain of yours I see. Yes and no. Yes, as Yahiko is just an easy avenue to his parents. Targeting people around the parents themselves? Instant suspicion. Not to mention artless and cliche. I thought you'd be smarter than that. A little thought bothers me. Why is he so open with his information? No, I don't have time to consider this. Right now I just have to accept it. Think. More. I am Ryoa. A Even now, I want to see blood, to hear screams, to... No, something is clashing. Students are a challenge. They're too easy for me, the wretched pests. If deaths are simple and insignificant, they'll be remembered for what, a day, 2, perhaps 5 years by their families. Eventually they'll fade into inconsequential nothingness because they are young and meaningless. Another tally in a long list of missing persons. Whereas if I could get my hands on a politician or a world leader or even a company executive. Mourning for weeks, months, years, remembered in history books. The man who killed the king, or the president, or the emperor. I should make my mark in society forever, a beautiful thread filling up the space of an intricate tapestry. But instead, I decided to kill students, capture insignificant little rodents just to put pressure on the Ikari family. What a joke! Why am I even doing this? Getting a little too in his head there, aren't you, Yama? Ikari threatening me? Now certainly my judgment would be more swift. I would care not about my own death as long as I have them suffer first. Were they threatening me, I would see them in their rooms the next night with a knife in my hand and a grin on my face. Capital punishment would be insignificant. I would face the chopping block gladly in that case. Money? Perhaps someone is commissioning me with a monetary incentive. As if I'm paid in blood. Currency is of little value to my psyche. If I really need a pocket change, a few black market inquiries would do. Perhaps I need something money cannot buy. Something that only a certain commissioner has. The only way to get is to pressure the Ikaris, even if it means killing rabbits. To do that, I start with something slightly related to Yahiko, Doria may know. You would not even notice. Yahiko may mourn the compassionate imbecile, but the Ikaris is just an insignificant disappearance. Then Tom Hayashi interacted with their son at a greater level, in the orientation group that Yahiko led. That may raise some eyebrows and call for suspicion, but nothing that the Ikaris can prove. Next is Akane Tsukino, girlfriend of Shoji, who was close to Yahiko due to the Happy Club. Shoji himself followed thereafter. It feels a little wrong to bring Shoji up there. Since, like, he didn't get serial kill murdered. He, like, fell into a train. So, it feels wrong to bring up Shoji's death as, like, a part of the pattern. Oh, you were talking to me, sorry, I was putting away something. Don't worry about it, Wolfie, you're good. Spiral of people Yahiko Ikari at center. Force will not understand what was going on, but surely his parents would. In return, I would see something of enormous value, something that money cannot buy. Even if it means I must sacrifice a portion of my dignity. Yama? You are on someone else's payroll? You are a freelancer with a client? You're no artist. You have no satisfaction. How the mighty have fallen. Once a prayer filled by all, able to strike whenever and wherever he so pleased. Now a mile is guilty with no will of its own. How great is your greed that you betray your love of art for this? But oh, you fool! You've conquered dogs and rats! PM the law. Oh god, that's bad. That needs to be taken care of. Ugh. You definitely got to get that taken care of, Wolfie. Animal, you got pets, cat, dog. Silence. Voice tease of ice, and I feel a psyche writhing in humiliation. It's just so thrilling. When they screamed, how easy it must have been to forget. Just a man can distract himself with symphonies, so can he distract himself with agony. But when you returned, when you lay your head on your pillow, you must have realized the bareness of your own insignificance. Rabbits! Pawns! You are pest control! Do not test me, boy. I'm caught up in the euphoria, a welcome distraction from the never-ending cycle of pain and panic that plagued you before. Selling your soul for a delusion, a pittance! Do you ever wish to go back to happier times? A time where you were a shadow with a name? The independent killings, nothing is more fearsome than the unknown. People who knew about them, were they terrified? Did they huddle in their beds every night, unable to sleep, thinking that they could be next? You stroke your ego, knowing that the one who held their fate in his hands was you. Were those killings also the discretion of your employer? Were there further connections that the police simply could not deduce? Was that also a primeval commission? Rio grits his teeth and digs his fingers into the nearest desk, but he doesn't say a word. But I'm right. I'm right about everything. Here you are, the fearsome Cerberus, yet you are bound to a pathetic little leash. Caught up in corporate politics at that, when there's nothing but bigwigs bickering like toddlers. What exactly do you need so badly? I can't imagine you be craving love or friendship. Give me a quick reminder, what else can money not buy? He is seething, and I am loving it. Respect, naturally good looks, peace of mind, or say, an honest politician. Moas, Riola! Moas are interesting things, aren't they? Everybody likes to think that their motive is special and unique, but in the end, they're all the same. Money, love, power. Which of those apply to you? Or do you still think you're all that special? There's something more than an empty little puppet dancing on the strings of someone's fingers. A sick existence? What agonizing, wonderfully meaningless exist? Yama, stop it! This is not winning! I don't know about that one, Rue. I'm feeling pretty winning right now! Rue's voice shocks me out of character like a fish suddenly pulled out of water. I stand idly for a moment, my mind blank. Not winning. Of course. I want to win over Riola. I wanted it so badly that I even became Riola. I wanted to so stay as him, even though I despise him more than I've ever despised anyone. Even that isn't winning. That's just losing. How long are you going to be streaming for today? I'm streaming until I am done with Lucid9. Or at least done with the main... I said this as finale. I forgot just how long, like, this part is. I knew it was, like, a long, drawn-out part. I didn't think... I don't know. I think I am a little farther along than I think I am. But my plan is to finish up the main game. See if... I do want to see about the heroine prologues, because that was something I never actually checked out when they actually got updated into the game, so I'm hoping those don't take a super long time, but I'm finishing Lucid9 tonight. It's ending tonight. I'm determined. Because to become Riola would just be to win the battle and lose the war. Or inflicting injury on innocent students with a metal pipe, just like Riola would. I lost my own mind. He's a display kid. Real cute. Finally, assuredly, I recovered with calm by catching a note of tension that wasn't there before. I get the impression that I made a terrible mistake, and if I had proceeded, well, he would have snapped. What happened if he snapped? Would we all look like those two students bound to their chairs? Broken, helpless, pleading for death? I shouldn't have tried. What else should I have done? Just go along with the status quo? Would that have resulted in anything different? You know what's interesting? You're still missing something, aren't you? You think you've read the whole book. You think you know how it ends. You think you know the whole pattern. But you're still blind. You see out of one eye, boy, but not the other. You're the one, like, covering up your eye right now. At least you're trying to. You're doing a really bad job of it. Missing part of the pattern? I don't understand. Think harder, boy. So, the sequence of death has to do with Yahiko. So what? So what? Broken gear in the back of my mind slowly begins to turn forward. Right, all the deaths revolve around Yahiko. Specifically, over time, the stats have gotten closer and closer to the epicenter, almost like a whirlpool sucking in its surroundings. Closer to Yahiko. Within the school, the closest people to Yahiko, are me, Rue, and Masato. Inseparable gang that hangs out together day in, day out, flailing through life with a bunch of rambunctious high school shenanigans. Of course. That's why he instantly picked up the phone. That was why he'd been prepared for my call. That was why he kidnapped Rue. Because we were already the next ones on his list. No. Oh, that was quick. Congratulations. To be honest, boy, the Kuragane boy should have been here too. But ha! Guess what? He goes to bed too early. Out like a light. Doesn't answer his phone. I remember my whole excuse and everything. I suddenly feel so very tired. Weighed down. I do wonder how different this would be if Masato was involved in this. He doesn't seem like the type who would take all this thing down. He probably would take a whack at Ryoda, especially considering that he almost certainly has a crush on Rui himself, but I wonder how that would go. Masato's certainly smart, but he's very academically smart. You know Ryoda's way more street smart and people smart. It's also a matter of physical ability. Ryo probably knows his weapons, but Masao's definitely got the better, like... Masao's definitely, like... He does actual exercises. He does track, for God's sakes! Almost... He might actually be faster than Ryo, but... It might even be stronger, but... I really do wonder about that now. And it's like it's fraying away. I can feel my sanity bleeding out of my body. Just let it end. It was all planned from the very beginning. I can't keep holding out. I can't prolong this misery. I try one up Ryo and I only end up in a worse state than before. If that trend continues, my eyes drift aimlessly to the ground, the pipe swaying limply between my fingers. Blood dripping quietly from the chairs. A small amount, a terrifyingly small amount, given how much damage we inflicted. How much internal bleeding must there be? How much pain? And I know Ryo's motive in history, so what? I'm still an accomplice in manslaughter, bit by bit wiping out the opportunities in this girl's life. Dream of playing on a sports team, dream of being a pianist, dream of marrying a normal guy and having normal kids. Shamelessly and brutally striking those dreams from existence with no method of recovery. He's someone who actually has opportunities in life and they're being taken away by someone else. Injustice of the world. You better be grateful that I'm a patient man. I don't know about that one, Ryo. A lesser being would have peeled your forearm in layers for your insolence. Ooh. That's a pretty nasty mental image. Careful, Ryo. Might lapse. Mental image pulses in front of my eyelids and I stumble backward, nausea surging to my throat. That's right. I'm just a kid trying to fight a seasoned serial killer. What was I thinking? Use my hands and push against the desk, shakily trying to prop myself on my feet. I only collapse bonelessly to the ground, legs like gelatin. I can't continue this way, not much longer. Deep blood on the edge of the pipe in my hands. Blood's not there, blood I know isn't there. Blood that still weeps down the metal and coats my hands. All is silent save for the strangled sobs of two injured children, two dying siblings side by side. Sorry. I'm sorry. Well, guess it's my turn again. You know, I'm really giving you an advantage here by going first, and I'll always be one hit ahead. Please, let's just stop. He ignores my faint whisper and steps forward, adjusting his grip on the pipe. Boy whimpers, incomprehensible words spilling out of his mouth. Sorry, kids, the world doesn't listen to begging, and neither will I. Swings the pipe with vindictive justice. As a payback for my insolence. I flinched instinctively this time, barely missing the moment of impact. And then a chair screeching against the ground, a piercing scream that rends the air, a light, sweet chuckle from a man who's lost his mind. As I force my eyes open, I catch an unfamiliar, pungent smell. Vomit dripping from the boy's mouth, pooling over the sides of his chair to the floor below. My stomach turns over, my grip rattles against the pipe. Oh, yes! This is life, children! The beauty of pain has no substitute! I step forward, forcing words out of my dry mouth. We need to stop. I can't handle this. Ryo swirls on me, the joy in his eyes immediately dissipating. We're just getting to the good part. You saying you're gonna forfeit? Quitters never prosper, boy. You wonder why you've never prospered. I dropped to my knees harder than I intended, shaking as my limbs give my legs a solid blow against the ground. This is no longer an act. Groveling and showing vulnerability. It's not just another strategy anymore. I have no other way out, no other hope. Please, don't do this. Do what? Can't find the words, so I only sweep my hand around the room. Oh, all of this? The captivity thing? The game? The fun? I manage a nod. Then, will you lick my shoe? He sets a foot in the puddle of the boy's vomit, shaking it teasingly at me. I don't make a move. Fuck you, you freak! I'm waiting. I open my mouth, fighting for words. Nothing comes. Vomit gleams on the shoulder of his shoe, mocking me. Brink makes an instinctive sound of distress, gripping her chair with weighted hands. I stare at the shoe, willing myself to lean forward. Dude! Don't move. Don't give him the satisfaction! You see, boy, you're not ready to really beg. Why? Because you're still clinging to your pride, pathetic as it is. Some part of you believes that you still have control over the situation. Some part of you believes that some miracle will bail you out. If you were really ready to beg, if you really threw away your pride, you wouldn't be aiming for the limbs, no. When you hold that pipe, you'll be aiming right at the skull. That's the only hope right now. The only hope of all of you. Death. This is gonna make me vomit myself. Yeah, I knew this got like pretty graphic. I knew it was like a graphic description of violence. I forgot that was like, oh yeah, kid actually vomits from like how visceral it gets from the beating. Nasty. Sadly for you, I don't like to rush my executions. It's just such a waste. I shakily clambered on my feet, weighing my arms on the table to pull myself up. Pride, belief, control over the situation. I don't really have any of those things. Maybe he's right. Maybe if I really was hopeless, I would have already crushed 2 skulls and resigned myself to a long, excruciating death. Here I stand, with a pipe, ready to hit again. Why? So now your little dramatic stint has ended. I believe it's time for your turn. Tilts the knife against the moonlight in Rory's direction, setting a fresh reminder of the stakes. So, you don't like to rush. I know you're a little tricks boy, and I'm not in the mood to entertain them. Amatsu! I grab the pipe, arms shaking as I raise it over my shoulder. Aren't you stuck here forever? Wait, isn't it getting too tiring? Aren't you exhausted? You're not strong enough to face this. I shake my head, squeeze my eyes shut, trying to knock the voices out of my head. We can't do this, Yama! This is wrong! We can't... Swing the pipe. Ah! No. No. The pipe drops out of my shaking fingers. I lean heavily against the nearest desk, my knees too weak to support my weight. I can't do this. Oh, sure you can. You're doing great. Rio lifts the pipe over the boy, whose face is coated in a mixture of sweat and tears, and his hair against his forehead. The boy's eyes slide to mine, begging silently, hating the day he was born. Rio sends an icy smirk with a sheen of madness, reminding me of my earlier behavior. Hold up. Alright, should be good for now. Payback, he seems to be saying. I do nothing. Ah! You know, it's raw this time. Raw for no reason. Throat's been screaming far more than it should. When it descends into silence, I can hear the breath of the 2 students rattling in their lungs, shallow and anguished. Blood starting to trickle from their mouths slowly down the corner of their jaw and dripping onto their pristine uniforms. Death will be the far better option. Much time has passed. It feels like days stretched out and pushed against each other. Practically, I know that can't be more than a few hours. The sun hasn't started rising yet. Holding out for this long only seems like delaying the inevitable. In the meantime, harming innocents along the way. Why? It'd have to be you. Who? Be specific, boy. I wish it wasn't you. Shape up and tell me. Ambiguity helps no one. You shouldn't have been the killer, Ryota. You were supposed to help me. You're supposed to get me through school, through drama, through life. Not this. Never this. I thought you were with us. Why? Do you feel betrayed? Yes! I thought, of all people, it wouldn't be you. Fortunately, that's a fallacy in your own thinking. But why? Why you? You know nothing, boy. Quit your dawdling. I want to say that's the signal for, like, get on with it. I don't know, the last couple I've been like, does that mean I need to just go? I raise the pipe and my grip falters as my eyes turn to the girl. She's no longer as hate in her gaze. She doesn't even have the slightest hint of anguish. Everything is just empty. I whisper it again, a trivial excuse that does nothing to help the situation. I'm sorry. This time though she responds, quietly moving like nothing but her mouth. I know. I swing the pipe. Lower bounce against my arms as the bone of her leg fractures beneath the hard metal. Resulting scream is just another repeat, another skip on a broken record player. Alter backward, pipe rubbing my hands raw. Reminds me that every bent limb, every cry of pain is all my own doing. No one held my arm. No one swung the pipe. Every blow is my choice. No one bears that blame but me. And I don't know if I can continue to hold on. No sign of sirens in the distance, no janitor making his rounds, not even a student in sight. Just 4 teenagers and a serial killer with a knife. That, one pipe, one solid pipe in my hands. I can say I don't know what to do. I can say that I'm helpless. It'd be far more accurate to say I know exactly what to do. I'm just too scared to do it. What, no begging this time? I'm almost disappointed. Strikes the boy again, a brutal blow that crushes his fingers. The boy retches as he screeches, choking his own vomit. Ugh. Wet crumpled cloth that results is far more painful to hear than any scream. The sound of a human who is slowly dying. Stop it! Please! Somehow! That's to the side of the girl, gripping the pipe so tightly that its rough patches begin to dig into my palms. I gather enough time, try my best. The police aren't coming. A situation where there should have been a way out, any way out, there is none. The only relief I can bring is by murdering as many of these students as I can. Yama! Murder. After so many times of taking life changes you, and once you get blood on your hands, you stop being human. Will that happen in this case? Killing this girl, turning me into a monster? I don't know. I just know there are 3 innocent students here, and if I don't do something, they'll be stuck in this never-ending cycle of agony. It would have been better if they had just died earlier. It would have been better if I just killed them earlier. I don't want this, but is there any other choice? I just want everyone to be okay. Fuck this! No, Ryo's the one to fall, he'll be the one to pay! I pull the pipe over my shoulder with great deliberation and prepare myself to strike the girl again. A moment passes. They fling the pipe around me, straight over the girl's head and right towards Ryoga. Friendly, he's caught off guard and barely raises his pipe in time. Once my blow crashes right against his weapon, driving into his shoulder. He grunts with pain, but I feel no bones give way. Then they could give me an advantage. It's time to bring the fight to him! Fear spikes through me, but I refuse to freeze. I'm feeling my assault, swinging my pipe with relentless desperation. High, low, middle, anything! With the shock of the initial assault worn off, Ryo is an iron wall. He seems to know where my blows will strike before I swing them. No, I have to hit him. I have to take his revenge. I lunge forward, pulling all my strength in the next swing. Ryo doesn't sidestep. He doesn't duck. He only bronzes and stands and holds his pipe on both ends, running it upwards to meet my blow. The impact shatters up my arms so my shoulders feel numb. Yell in pain, driving the pipe on instinct. He immediately seizes that moment to bring his own pipe crashing down right on my leg. Ugh! Pain. Nothing but pain. Why is a she in my mind, washing everything out? Ryo's voice bleeds quietly through the agony, low and mocking. Now, child, that's not how you treat your elders. Don't you know that poor decisions come with consequences? He whips in Rui's direction, pipe braced high in his hands when... Oh, suddenly from outside the window's light blasts into the classroom, followed by the shrill overtones of a megaphone. Ryoga, stand down! You are surrounded! Release the students or we will shoot you! They're here! Am I hearing things? Have I gone insane? Is pain in my leg clouding my mind? My eyes instinctively search out Rui's expression is a mess. Horror mixed with sorrow mixed with relief. It's real then. Chiguri came. Even though she came... I glance at Ryoga. He's frozen in shock, his hands automatically patting down his pocket, searching for his phone. Phone that I smashed to pieces with a metal pipe. It just solidifies my suspicions. He would have been notified if I hadn't managed to break that phone. But what can we do? I'm paralyzed in Rui. Ryoga's hovering right above Rui, and I clutch tight in his hand. Suddenly he's recovered his momentary shock, his face collapsing back into a tight smile. Well, looks like the party's over. I draw a shuddering breath. Give it up, Ryoga! You're surrounded! You're not getting out of this! Oh, I know that! Then put down your knife! Oh, kid, can't you already tell? Like a dread instantly starts creeping in like my bones are being frosted over. Tell what? I care nothing about punishment. I do not fear death. All that remains is the beauty of suffering. This is not a warning we will repeat. The fools surely know better than the bluff of a staff member of this damned academy. Bluff? Silly fools, they wish to hit me, they must mow down the entire classroom. It was so tempted for outsiders, they're as blind as bats. No, how can that be true? I saw rumors outside the academy, I could see her through the window. The police, they have to have infrared goggles. Some have special vision that can help them aim. You must be lying. The Emperor in his new clothes. All the fools of the world believe they can see that which does not exist. Only one lonely soul, a mere child, showed them the true path. There's another bout of unhinged laughter, and consciously driving myself backwards and going pounding ache in my leg. Is this another step in his delusions? Seems to be spiraling down to an even deeper and darker hole. Come here, my lovelies. You're the last entertainment I'll reap from this world. He wants suffering. He wants me to suffer. The primary target of his choice is obvious. He turns to Rue, a flicker of madness in his eye, as if the appearance of the police was the last switch to his sanity. Rio will fire in 5! Rio pounces his uncanny agility over the desk, flinging his pipe in Rui's direction as he draws his knife with his other hand. Rui, run! Rui turns herself to the side, but she crashes into another desk, sending wood splintering into her arms. 1! Fire now! Now! I hear the rattle of gunfire of the spray bullets washes across the window, embedded like knives in a wooden table. Despite what cracks cover the windows, but not one penetrates. Bulletproof. God! That's what Rio meant. Bulletproof? What's this not in the files? Someone tell me how this wasn't in the files! Snipers! Perpetrators moving too quickly! RPGs! Security! There's sausages in here! And more, there's a chance I will kill the students. They're already dying! Fire those weapons now! Rio ignores the outside commotion and tackles Rui against the wall. He has a dull thumb over her head slamming to the plaster. Enough of this squirming! Rio's tight grip tightens on his knife. He raises his hand. One fluid motion without hesitation, he pins one arm over her head. Drives the knife forward straight toward her wrist and... Ah! Rui! Throw myself forward by my legs, screams and protests. Helpless. Again. Oh yes. What a lovely color. I love it so much I wear it every day. He drags a finger along Rui's forearm, spewing blood against his palms, and looks at it with a look of utter bliss. You are a freak! Holy shit, you're deranged! You're disgusting! What the fuck, dude? Vision shuffles over my eyes as the ache in my legs spreads to my head. You, dear child, shall be my piece de resistance! His heel grinding in my other hand, he reaches into his pocket and pulls out something that expands like a butterfly's wings. Ah! A cold gray switchblade. The old butterfly knife. Favorite weapon of psychopaths and spies. No, don't. His smile's wider in response, being closer until the switchblade hovers right below her cheekbones. Wanna know how you're gonna get this smile? Wanna know how I get this smile, Rui? I'm the Joker, baby! Your face, dear Rui, is still very lovely. It shall serve as an excellent base. Oh. No, please. He's gotta be... What? Wait, hold on, what? Am I supposed to... I guess I'm supposed to pick... Oh, please tell me it's just this last one. This is just because I, like, got my leg messed up. I falter. It's stiffly, the pipe frozen in my hands. I just hear without killing Bao and let the game continue. I can't kill her just to take the easy way out, but Algren keeps sustaining my sanity. It would be easy. Everything would be over. I don't need to bear this burden. My mind is whispering to me, but I don't know whether to trust her or not. I could see the ending, I would know. If we somehow end up getting out of this, then wouldn't she be glad to be alive, even with those injuries, because at least she has a second chance at life? Pain, the suffering, it'll hurt and it'll scar, but maybe she could find her dream career or marry a wonderful husband. Something that just makes life worthwhile. Well, we won't get out of this. The only thing that's in store for us is an agonizing death, against which we're fighting in futility. It would be better if I just kill her in the very first stroke. How can I make that judgment? I could possibly predict that burden. Hold up. I really choose to end someone's life with my own hands? Can't see the ending. I don't understand fate. I wish I could know the answer, but there's nothing for me. No one can see the future. All any longer, kid really gets the short end of the stick. What a pipe. How would I prefer to say it? No more time. No more chances. Held out as long as I could. Raised the pipe over my head, aiming it directly in line with the girl's skull. Smiles tremulously in understanding, closes her eyes. Acceptance, even gratitude. Somehow we've landed in a situation where quick death is merciful. What if I had been faster? What if I had been smarter? If I had caught Riola before today, none of this would have happened. Why I sit still in one place and allow this to happen? My arm shakes as I will them to descend. I can't hesitate. I need to strike decisively. If I don't, result will be only unconsciousness and a splitting headache, and no clean death. Girl doesn't deserve to wake up again in this nightmare. No one does. With that, I guess it's time to become a murderer. Raise the pipe even higher, going softly in my head. 3. Sorry I wasn't enough. 2. Sorry you had to face this. 1. There we go! And from outside the windows, light blasts into the classroom, followed by the shrill overtones of a megaphone. Now I'll skip this, because technically it's a different branch. Riola, stand down! You are surrounded! Release the zones or we will shoot you! Am I hearing things? Am I so desperate for police that's throwing up whatever can to stop my pipe? Yeah, we've already read all this. Wait, it's not over. We're still in this room with Riola. The students are still in a very dangerous position where they might lose their lives. Glance at Riola. He's frozen in shock. His hands automatically patting out his pockets, searching for his phone. Oh, and I smashed the pieces of a metal pipe. While Riola's still in shock, we have to run now. He'll chase us. He won't be able to stop himself from chasing us. Like eyes with Rui, then jerk my head to the door. Thankfully, Riola is still transfixed in the scene outside, mouth agape in disbelief. Rui quietly slides from her desk and sidles along the wall. Painful inch by painful inch, she comes closer. Hey! Immediately sees her hand. We tear off, running as fast as we can on shaky legs. No sparing words. We shoot up the stairs, breaking onto the rooftop. The smart thing we'll do will be staying right where he is, using the 2 remaining students as hostages to secure his escape. But he won't do that. He'll chase after us, furious, bowling anything out of his way to reach us in time. But this moment, the best thing we can do is run. He is bitingly cold. He blasts our faces as I lead Rui to the edge without breaking stride. The lion goes through this roll pot. Jump over the edge there. What? Jump! Sylvierchii does, leaping over the low railing of the rooftop and plummeting to the ground below. Except it's not the ground, but the school pool. Pool over which Yahiko, Masao, and I had stood glassy with umbrellas in hand, so I could somehow fly with them. I remember Yahiko, but Masato? I hated Yahiko for weeks after that moment. Never thought I'd be grateful to have joined them. Hold on one moment. Now I've took it out of me a little bit. Rui lands safely with a slash and scrambles to the side as fast as she can. I force myself to wait for a few agonizing moments for her to swing out of the way, then bowl over the edge and... Oh no, you don't! Overpowering hand snatches my collar and yanks me back, crushing my windpipe against my jacket, sliding against the ground of the rooftop, flat on my back. Rui stands over me, the knife loosely handled between his fingers, toying with the edge of my collar with the tip of his blade. His entire face is saturated in a terrifying mix of fury and ecstasy. This sends chills down my spine. Cute boy. Really, boy, that was quite cute. He lifts me up and presses me against the railing, setting the flat of his blade against my cheek. No, it can't end this way. What good-hearted soul ensuring the escape of Rui before you jumped? Someone like you needs a reward. Probably turns the knife until the edge rests lightly on my cheekbone, moves instinctively, which only bronzes his grin. With a big boy, now would be the time to do it. Like a rat sprinting through a maze, searching for its only chance at exiting, my mind races for a solution. Something, anything. No, nothing! Wait. I really use some counseling friends in my head! Do you not wish to play a bigger role in society than an inconsequential pawn in this game of life? You will restrict yourself to the confines of your own abilities, just because of her. But one last chance is this. Being vaguely specific. I looked Rio square in the eye, willing my voice to be steady with every last bit of my strength. She was disappointing, wasn't she? The result is immediate. Rio's grin drops and the grip on his knife loosens. Just slightly. His eyes turn completely blank, unseeing. I know for certain that in his mind he's recalling a dark moment, a terrifying memory, something locked away that he never let himself know, let alone a stranger. Remembering tears of regret, a whispered praise, words that have haunted nightmares every day since they were uttered. Don't allow myself to dwell on the thought. Before I get a grasp on what I'm doing, I'm already seizing the handle of Rio's knife and turning the blade, shoving it with more force than I've ever exerted in my life! Driving the tip right through his abdomen. Gotcha! His body jerks like a ragdoll, but not a word passes his lips. The only sound I hear is the scorch of tissue and organs against metal. You want me to be a killer, Rio? Let's acquiesce! For a moment there's silence, broken only by the distant flare of police sirens. The grip loosens and his weight falls on my shoulder, dragging my arm painfully against the railing. A ragged whisper drifts to my ears. Such as a lot, Yama Ishimoto. We are a disappointment. And with a sudden strength, he grips my shoulders and tumbles over the railing, pulling me with him! My stomach lurches at the terrifying grasp of gravity as we plummet to the school pool below, falling from the school roof seized by a serial killer. This is what my existence has been. One struggle for life after another, a constant misstep, a wandering in the wrong direction. Now left with two innocent teenagers, broken and bleeding, their minds irreparable even if their bodies are not. Man was intelligent, once admirable, now driven mad, a knife fixed in his stomach. Clean and polished schools, ruined forever by a legacy of violence. Who knows how many lives shattered. Air tears on my face and clothes, screaming past my ears. Rio's blood flies from his wound, coating the front of my jacket. Ah, that's right. I stabbed someone. Crashed into the pool with stinging force. Oh no. The water. Pull Yama out of the water! He's gonna lapse! He's gonna go into trauma again! Tendrils of blood disperse into the chlorinated water like spider silk. Rio's iron grip on my shoulders loosens at the impact. Bubbles gurgle from his lips, brushing past my face as they pop to the surface. No longer holding the knife, but I still feel the form and weight of its handle between my fingers. This is what I've done. For a moment I let myself drift in the freezing water. No point swimming up to the surface, really. It'd just be easier to just drift away. Back out to the world and I'll face a long hospital trip. A court case, catching up with essays about saving away world civilizations and worksheets on deriving trigonometric theorems. Take the exams, go to some university, major in something or another, get a white-collar job, marry, have kids, die. Yama, this is a hell of a tangent to be having in your mind, as you are currently in the midst of potentially drowning in the hands of a serial killer. All this after thrashing another human being's system to a pulp, who may not recover physically will never recover emotionally. Or even a point. Existential nihilism. Believe that there's no meaning, no value, nothing to life. I vaguely remember being terrified of the notion when I first heard about it in class. Most students just laughed it off. It was stupid, how depressing, life has no purpose, whoever made that up has issues. It was too close to me. Living a life of homework, keeping my head down, going through each day, wondering where I was and what I was doing. They've been trying too hard to find meaning where there is none. They've been desperately grasping for straws to find some kind of significance in an inconsequential existence. From a strictly technical point of view, this is not the time to be thinking philosophical thoughts. Yeah, you're kind of in the midst of dying. It's a funny time for philosophy, Yama. Being at the bottom of a pool just an arm's reach away from a serial killer, probably with only 30 seconds left before I run out of breath and start drowning. A sensible person would leave the Socrates session for another day and wait until all basic needs are met first. Guess I'm not as sensible as I thought. Either that or I can't bring myself to be. You leave a student to air, but you can't make him breathe. That's how the saying should go. Maybe I should just sleep. I feel. I think I've been here before. That's right. This is a familiar road. Sign of the intersection, I think. It's rickety and rusted. Warning from use. No words on it. It's 2 arrows, 1 pointing forward, 1 pointing backward. Is our life flashing before our eyes? I'd just like to stay here. Walking the road is such a dangerous thing. Left, right, a one-time decision, and it turns out you run into an obstacle, and you'll find yourself wishing that you made the other choice. Then you start overthinking everything. If I'd taken the other road, well, the other road was worse. But there was another road that fucking looked harder. What if I hadn't taken a road at all? What if I gone backwards? 2 roads diverge in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by. And that has made all the difference. Robert Frost. Poem written by Robert Frost, originally intended to be a simple teasing joke, but hit a playful satire indecision. Huh. I don't remember reading this back in, like, 2016. That's funny, though. That's funny, though, because, like, I had a, grandparent who loved to, like, take me aside and, like, sit me down in a room and make me read a poem. That Robert Frost poem, to be specific, actually. She did that every time I, like, visited her house when I was young. It's weird to think about it now. I haven't really thought about that in some time. Obviously, nowadays, even when I do see her, we never read the poem together. Ew, even though I haven't seen the rest of the game, this is pretty cool. Yeah, we have certainly reached a very emotional climax. People saw it as something else. Even though they weren't poets, they started adding their own kinds of verses to the composition. Independence, individualism, science, discovery, curiosity, free will, and the human condition. Or Robert Frost, only had written an entirely different poem, even without touching his pen. 2 roads diverged in the wood, and I took... Heavily medicated. Doctor, anytime he's coherent, he thrashes around. We have to sedate him every time. How long? 2 weeks. The record? Here, sir. I assume that's when he screams for her. He's referring to the other patient. We think so, sir, but she's still recovering with therapy. We haven't been able to get her in here. What's her progress? Started speaking after her parents came with the full album. I was hoping that daily fresh air will help her walk. How about her arm? Psychosomatic, like her legs. We'll be monitoring it over therapy. Good. She'll likely be our fastest ticket to his recovery. But it might be a while before Miss Hayaz is able to... Rue? Ah, Mr. Ishimura, are you awake? Can you see me? Rue? Ishimura, can you tell me... Where's Rue? Where'd you take her? She's supposed to be here. Safe. Hold him down. Show me Rue. My own 2 eyes. That isn't Pam. Give her back. Give her... Here comes the candle light you to bed. Here comes the chopper to chop off your head. Chip, chop, the last man's dead. Sometimes I really wonder about children's nursery rhymes. Why would let young kids listen to such twisted ideologies? Children aren't supposed to deal with that kind of stuff. They're supposed to be innocent. Ugh. Yeah, it's kind of fucked up when you realize just how many, like, children's nursery rhymes are actually about really fucked up things. Like, the one I always think of is the one where it's like, ring around the rosy, a pocket full of posies, ashes to ashes, we all fall down. That's a pretty well-known one. It's about the fucking bubonic plague. Ashes to ashes, we all fall down is about the bodies that got burned because there were so many of them. It's fucked up. Like, that's fucked up. You just say that to little kids. That's like a nursery rhyme. It's like one of the first things little kids, like, know about. I'm sure they don't know about the plague. It's just one of those things that, like, when you learn about when you're older, you just kind of realize how fucked up it is. Yeah, it's messed up. Like, that's the only one, like, memory that kind of stuck with me throughout the years. That simple little nursery rhyme, actually about, like, one of the biggest, like, deadliest outbreaks in human history. Supposed to be innocent. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and the world suddenly feels warm. What is that? Why is it happening? I don't get the impression that I'm awake. I think someone's holding my hand. It says my fingers feel warm, like they're being cradled in a loving palm. Everything else is blinding light that drills in the back of my eyes. Home. Home is here. Home. Finally got to visit you. Sorry for the wait. I had to go through therapy and start talking again. I know that the whole thing is over thanks to you, but whenever I close my eyes, well, I guess I'm really thankful the doctors could help me. I just hope they'll be the same for you. Well, I'll let you rest up. You'll need a lot of it. Oh, and this whole thing? I was just I'll be out of it in a week. Oh, it's apparently all in my head. Honestly, though, wheelchairs aren't all that bad. I kind of feel like royalty. Now they have those, what are they called, sedans? And they got carried around all the time? I guess this feels like that. Oh, Nyama? I love... I love laughing at your grades. After all this, you still can't bring yourself to say it! Hurry up and get well, dummy! Dream a little longer. Your dreams are softer now, a little more delicate, like lace instead of sandpaper. For the road. The young kid grasping the hand of his older sister. In another world, that kid grows up to be more confident, more assured. He learns how to deal with bullies so that he won't bother his sister. He learns how to stay hard and make friends and play soccer like all the other boys his age. He doesn't withdraw, lost in his room. He doesn't keep to himself on the playground. He's a happy young boy who turns into a happy teenager. He goes to his prestigious middle school in the area, the academy, to follow in his sister's footsteps. Because his family never left the city. His family never fled to a suburban little town 3 hours away from Samu. His family stayed because in this other world there was never an event that had to do with a bus, a blizzard, a loose tread, a frozen river. Just search up the nursery rhymes and their meaning and dang are they dark. Yeah, there's a whole... I don't even... Like, the Ring Around the Rosie one's like the one that always sticks with me, but I don't really... I can't remember the rest of them off the top of my head. Like, what was the Jack and Jill one about again? Disaster strikes and Jack falls down and bumps his crown. Jack is almost equipped with brown paper and vinegar and fixes... what the... Those have been first published in London around 1765. Although some of the archaic language and rhymes, namely rhyming water with after, suggest it could be from the previous century. Some people say that hill, dubbed Jack and Jill Hill, and... No, that's not it. According to the Kilsmerdon story, Jack and Jill were a couple expecting a baby. As the lyrics passed down towards the test, Jack popped out to fetch water but had an accident on the hill and sadly died. Jill experienced a heartbreak so severe she passed away just after giving birth to her son. He was raised by the village of Kilsmerdon, which erected a plaque dedicated to Jack and Jill in 2020, saying Gilson is apparently still common like the Kilsmerdon area. At least one historian believes Jack and Jill were a couple of 17th century teens who went up to the hill to have sex. So it didn't end well. This interpretation, Jack runs away and abandons Jill was left pregnant. Oh yeah, that also sounds right. Teenage pregnancy would be a thing that would probably be like a bit more like... be like running around a bit more back in the old days. Or at least be something that people talk about a bit more in the old days. The young boy also stayed. Maybe he meets a lively orange-haired girl in his middle school. Maybe he befriends her because she's lovable and bright and impossible to dislike. Old days were crazy. Oh, they sure were. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he falls in with a different crowd. See faces that play soccer and grab ramen on snowy days and stay in the library when it's raining. As the way he flourishes, loves his life, maybe dates once or twice. Stays hard for the college entrance exams, and he passes with flying colors in this other world. Alright, good. That looks like the message on my stream chat looks like a bit more fixed. He says the university of his dreams, says something that he loves. Graduates, finds a girl, gets married. Maybe she has orange hair, maybe she doesn't. Stop, Yama, we know you have a type. Finds a good job, has kids, smells like an idiot when his daughter wraps his fingers around his pinky. Named her after his sister, who was alive and well, married a decent guy and had kids of her own. And that boy who turned into a teenager, turned into a man, will wake up one day and he'll be happy, he'll be whole, and he'll be wondering if this was all there was to life. My eyes peel open, sluggishly, like they haven't done so for a decade. My muscles feel weak and lifeless, little slugs on a sidewalk. My throat's dry and my head is smarting. So, looks like I'm in the hospital. Notice that a nurse is at my bedside, fiddling with the IV drip on the table. She seems tired, drawn eyes, tight frown. Clear my throat to get her attention. Excuse me. Words eject in a queasy croak. Nurse shuts at the raw noise but relaxes when she notices me. Oh, wonderful, you're awake. Her voice is chipper, but I notice how she eyes me with caution. I gotta lunge out of bed and strangle her if she makes any sudden move. You remember your name? Yama Ishimoto. Good. Do you remember how you got here? By ambulance, I assume? Louise and dry laughter. Everything seems funny. Even at this junction, you still got some of that sarcastic wit of yours, huh, Yama? That's honestly kind of a relief. The nurse eyes me for a minute and passes the intercom. Doctor, the patient's awake. Can you speak with him? Give me a basic physical exam followed by a psychological inventory. If all the answers I think are correct, then expect an imminent release. I'm ready to get back to my life. Instead, they take me to a room with a plush couch and a contemporary lamp. Ugh, lamps! Fucking lamp. Fucking Lampert. Where the hell's Lampert? Probably asleep. Romances in an armchair and tries to get me to talk about my life. Therapy. I've been through it too many times. Gotten quite old over the years. So familiar with proceedings, I resigned myself to playing mind games with the therapist. I predict before he asks. I redirect his questions. But it's not such a smooth and humorous process. Come on, Yama. Therapy makes me recall everything. Breaking limbs with a pipe with my own two hands, driving myself insane, stabbing someone in the gut. During the first session, I black out. Tell me later that I crumbled to a ball and refused to respond to anything until Rui came. Rui, now out of her wheelchair. You've been in the hospital for 2 months, she said. Rui holds my hand in the next session. I squeeze it until I'm afraid that I'll snap her fingers, just like I snapped those bones. She whispers, "You're innocent, don't you worry. It was all Riola's fault. You're a victim." You'll feel blood on my hands whenever the sessions are over. I go to the bathroom and wash my hands. Once, twice, 5 times over. The run slick and steady over my wrists and into my forearms when I exit the bathroom. Not speaking for a few days. Nothing to talk about. I have too many sounds to remember. Too much cacophony thrumming in the space between my ears. Races by me, feeds me when I have no strength to lift the spoon. Pulls covers up to my chin like my mom should have done. Tells me stories. For instance, a night, a detective and a bar singer, a celebrity and an unfortunate grocer. Sometimes I just sit and hold her hand, watching her eyes dance as she paints imaginary canvases with her words. So much tires her out quickly, and she nods off in the middle of a sentence, so I lean her head on my shoulder and listen to the even rhythm of her breath. Softer than the discord of my brain. Sometimes it lulls me to sleep too. Then comes the last session where I remember everything. Every last bit. And I lose consciousness again. They say they found me standing on the hospital rooftop, leaning against the banister with my arms spread wide, as if I was welcoming the city into a warm embrace. He instantly rushed me down, terrified that I'd try to kill myself. "Calm down," I said. My style was distant. Just enjoying the view. They didn't believe me, so I'm confined to my room for a while. No one's allowed to see me except Rui, not even my own parents. It's because I didn't react well to their presence when I was delirious. So like the beast with his beauty, I'm holed up in a hospital room, counting the days until I can pass the psychology inventory. Ray brings gifts from the others, envelopes and gift wrap boxes and overly large bags that could have only been funded by Yahiko's purse. They're nice in the thought, it's touching, but I tell Rui to return them all. I plan on staying here, keeping the blood on my hands in one room. Rui cries every time, a heartbreaking, frustrated kind of crying, and she punches me in the shoulder and yells that it's not my fault. It's Ryota's, but I can't get that through my head. Even my brain agrees, my hands remember the scratchiness of the pipe, the vibration of each terrible impact, the oozing, sinking feeling of a knife sinking into flesh. I only can kiss her on the forehead and thank her for staying with me. She doesn't blush, she doesn't even look remotely embarrassed, but I think that the gesture only makes her angrier. "I'm gonna make you well, Yama," she screams this out the window like some kind of oath. "You're gonna be just fine!" 10 more sessions. Stay isolated from family and friends. Parents pay for the sessions, but I see nothing more of them. Legally, they're allowed to see me because they don't insist. But they don't really want to see me anyway. They haven't for years. More days slip by. Whenever our friends have moved on with their lives, gone back to school, prepare for the university exams, start dating. I start speaking again. I ask Rui how long we've been at the hospital. 2 months and 2 weeks, she says. Is that it? Feels so much longer. Continue sessions, go for walks, eat hospital food. I think I start to heal because the word feels a little less empty with each passing day. Not my fault. But I say this in the mirror every morning, even if I don't believe it. Maybe if I say enough, maybe if I raise my chin and put my hands on my hips, maybe if I act like I believe it, then I'll believe it. Not my fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I stand to my reflection, meaningless words pouring from my lips. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most broken of them all? It seems to whisper back. Broken you may be, young man, but I see one more broken still. I see one more broken still. One with nothing but blood in his eyes and no person to love. One who fell into darkness until one day to ease his pain he suddenly become a serial killer. Mirror, mirror, couldn't I become that man myself? Another world, a boy damaged by an accident, growing up alone and reserved, nothing but the shadows as his constant companion. The boy could grow into a twisted teenager who could grow into a twisted man. I think I understand. None of that happened. What more do I need to worry about? Maybe I disfigured an innocent student. Maybe I stabbed a human being. Maybe I took part in a nightmare that never should have been dreamt. In this world, in these circumstances, I'm not a twisted, lonely little boy. I grew up showered with love, surrounded by friends, given an ordinary school life. Me standing here now, involuntarily lift a pipe or a knife to hurt someone without purpose. Because I'm not anyone else. Eventually I stopped talking to my reflection, stopped washing my hands every half hour. I feel at peace, I think. At the very least I stopped blacking out. Rory says it's been 3 months since our hospitalization. Time was now deep in the whole summer with a blazing July sun and humid forest wind. School's probably back in session. Doesn't stop us from receiving gifts, cards, letters, candy. Rory gets swamped by them, of course. Surprisingly, even I receive a few. This time I return them for a different reason. Not because I plan on cutting off our contact, because I plan on seeing them in person. Both of us go through more psychology tests. Sometimes they seem happier with our responses because they finally opened the doors. Don't expect visitors, to be honest. Although I'm no longer bedridden after taking walks around the hospital wing, I expect that the others have gone on with their lives. 3 months is a long time in the hurried pace of a student. To my surprise, the moment the hospital lifts my quarantine, 2 figures race to the room in a blur. Minion! Yahiko and Masao, dressed in their school uniforms, are practically bursting with energy. For some reason, seeing them brings tears to my eyes. Embarrassed, I turn away. Dude, these past months have felt like forever! I can't believe this happened! I still remember, you came to school the other day, no one knew where you were, and Roy wasn't talking about you. And suddenly no one could find Roy, no one could find you, and his mask comes crumbling down. First time I see Yahiko's face twist in true pain. I was thinking that you guys be gone. Just like Haru, Shoji, Akane. Here's his teeth shuddering. All you do is awkwardly pat him on the shoulder. I've always known that each of Mr. Rio's victims were connected to Yahiko, but for some reason I never actually considered what that did to Yahiko. It's amazing, really. How could he even stay standing? How could he still smile, still laugh, even as people knew he would die, even as people he knew were dying? We saw him as a kind of weak. I always thought of him as kind of weak and more than kind of stupid, but it looks like he was actually stronger than any of us. He was even right there at the scene of Shoji's death. Saw him die with his own eyes. At the time, the scene looked suspicious, but now I think about it, wasn't he was just trying to prevent a suicide? Wasn't that why I found Shoji in the river? I always want to ask about it. Something tells me Yahiko's had enough. Well, I'm okay, apparently. Yahiko stills, his mouth turning up into a forced smile. Yeah, I guess so. Still, I didn't do anything. What could you do? You didn't even know where we were. Yahiko's eyes shift to the side and clears his throat. His eyebrows tighten slightly, but he says nothing. Actually, Shigure called us. What? Well, I mean, technically, I guess it was after the fact, but still. We didn't know why you were hospitalized, so we kind of just piled on a bunch of questions. She explained everything. The case is your investigation. That we deserve to know. Shigure told them? Why would Shigure tell them? It really doesn't make sense. At the very least, she would be wasting her time. Beyond that, she'd be spilling confidential info with no clear purpose. So, well, we told Akira and Misaki, since Akira's the best friend of Rui and Misaki knows you both. Elizabeth ended up overhearing, and apparently Shigure had told Airi. We visited you a few times, but you were either knocked out or you started thrashing around. Then they kicked us out entirely. So that's why they stayed so worried. That's why they're so persistent with the gifts. This is not every day one of your friends tries to fight a serial killer. It's my gratitude tugs on my lips, and I feel a little warmer inside. They really cared a lot for us, didn't they? Thanks, Yahiko. He only nods mutely. He glances at Masao only to find that he's still stewing. Come to think of it, he hasn't said a word. Sato? Damn it! Yahiko and I jump at Masao's sudden exclamation. I'm a shotgun full drummer! Full drummer! Stop with the street! This is not the time for the street! Street dialect! It's a serious situation! Quiet, suddenly speaking through gritted teeth. I'm stupid blind! I didn't see nothing but myself! I'm real sorry, man. Wait, where is this coming from? Honestly, I'm just surprised to see him here. Wasn't fair to you, man. Just throw a tantrum like little Hibiki. Saying all those words, not listening to you, is something only a shack and full drama would do. Should ask what's going on instead of assuming everything. Oh, apology catches me off guard. Well, thanks, but he was right. Just as he told me he'd be nice to Rui, I treated her like trash. Maybe you could sense it coming. Maybe he saw something was wrong with me. Wait. Now I'm paying more attention. I noticed Masao's hair is damp. Not only that, but there's a faint smell of chlorine? Sorry, were you just swimming? Well, yeah, I guess. Technically it's summer, technically it's pretty normal to be swimming, but something turns slowly in my brain, disused but still keen. Well, you know, all you talking about is tracks. You know, I'm probably tired of hearing it by now.
Well, I don't just run, I can swim too, and do basketball.
Dao can swim. In fact, he can swim well. Dao's incredibly athletic. Last person I've spoken to before I seen Shoji drowning in that river. Boy almost drowned. I've been Masato. Could have easily hauled Shoji and me to shore even if we were both hopeless at swimming. Odd. It was 3 months ago, but each memory feels as vivid as yesterday. Vibrant, full of life. Guess I should seize the moment. Do you save us?
Save who now?
Me and Shoji from drowning a few months ago.
Oh.
That's definitely a yes. It's not like you forget saving 2 people from drowning even if it was 3 months ago. Wait, you guys almost drowned? Well, we didn't, thanks to Masato. Yahiko's face twists for a moment. For one terrible second, I think he's about to cry. Then... Did you see a mermaid? Try and put the stupid act back on, Yahiko. Now, my good me, this is a very important question. You must answer. There was a mermaid, wasn't there? Beautiful with long hair and a voice that sounds like a really nice voice? To answer or not to answer? Yeah, why not? Well, she sung just like you. Really? She must have been amazing.
It was definitely worthy of awe.
I knew it.
What are you saying, Yama? There wasn't no mermaid!
What? So a dramatic gasp is punctuated with a very long silence. Then Masao snorts. I chuckle. Iko giggles. Pretty soon the three of us collapse on the ground, rolling with uncontrollable laughter. My sides ache and my chest heaves, and every possible muscle and every possible limb is protesting with a sore ache. Feels good. The stress is just melting out of my body. Finally pick ourselves up, bruising at our eyes. Good to see you're still with us, man. I want to take a rest, because there's a lot of people waiting to talk with you. You're almost as famous as I am. Wait, what?
Later, man.
Rest up, good minion. I'm putting you to work the moment you recover. Wait, what do you mean that I'm... They've already skipped out of the room, leaving me completely bewildered. Wait for another visitor, but my door doesn't open again. Maybe people are coming later? It would be nice. Talking with Masao and Yahiko, everything feels normal. Kinda like the world ever being knocked off course has found its bearings again. On your feet, soldier! Yeah! Saw my beauty sleep to find that Akira, Irie, and Elizabeth are seated in the chairs next to my bed. For a moment, my groggy mind scrambles to piece together reality. Right, hospital. They must be visiting me. Ah, it actually worked! But he seems a bit disorientated. Well, we say we can't have that, can't we? Stick him, Ira! Oh, don't. Elizabeth clears her throat and arches an eyebrow in my direction. So, Yama Ishimoto. Oh, by the way, if you're still here, Wolfie, Elizabeth here is the British girl, so... So, Elizabeth Oshiro suddenly lurches to her feet, glaring darkly at me. I don't know what the bloody hell you were thinking when you decided to do something so barmy! Going to face an old serial killer? Alone? Unarmed? What are you planning to do? Sneeze on him? The Chinese chats me off guard, but it doesn't grab my nerves. It actually seems caring in the weirdest way. It's unavoidable. Yama's protagonist. Don't you try to get mad on us, Irie! Precisely! It's exactly what I'm saying the main character of a novel will do! Don't get... You know, that's very much in line with you, Akira. This is a bloody novel! Correct. It's a visual novel. Stop! You know what? I'm not even going to ask. Yeah, that one's beyond even me. Wow, no love for visual novels, you three. Two. Whatever. Alright, let's get my pillows. Energetic presences laid the room. I didn't realize how much I missed just being an ordinary kid, hanging out with his friends and getting ready for university until now. Where the hell's Misaki? Out of all the people, why these three? Why? Hold up. Alright, as I was saying, where the hell's Misaki? She was the one who was actually close to Yama before all this! Elizabeth doesn't like him! Right. Ordinary life. Friends. I can just talk about normal stuff. Stupid stuff. I clear my throat awkwardly, struggling for words. So, how's school been? Wait, you're asking about school? What are you doing, Yama Ishimoto? Was a welcome break from thinking about serial killers. You speak the truth. She starts to Elizabeth deferring to authority. Elizabeth smiles appreciatively. The Academy's been fighting it off as long as possible, but they finally forced to shut down. Just today, actually. Public scandal's too much for them to bribe off, apparently. Police are currently conducting an investigation to see how deep this murder scheme goes. Why see it center around Yahiko Ikari. Bobby's are real busy, you know. Before I can stop him by bringing on my case back into investigation mode. They found anything yet? Unfortunately, no. It's unusual, actually, how clean and tidy these killings are. There's no ties to any faculty, no apparent motive, no links to any accomplices. Mr. Real going off his trolley from the moment he's been apprehended. Is he still alive? Nothing he says makes any sense! Daft codger? I believe I recall a discussion about Aztec gods and blood rituals. Yeah, he's off his rocker! He seems so far away! Yeah, I'm not very surprised. Why can't Master's insanity so well when he was a dorm manager? It's practically a personality Hey, Elizabeth, yeah, I'm supposed to be resting from that? Fine, Kara, this is important. Blah. It's fine, Kara, this is important stuff. No, you need to rest! Relay his orders! I can rest as much as I want later. Is the academy closed? Actually, there's an interesting story behind that, too. Kara exposed an exaggerated sigh, but I'm already honed in on Elizabeth's words. What do you mean? There are no reporters hovering around. They haven't received a single request for an interview. Yeah, I'm not cute enough. Oh, for the love of... They haven't been around Druid's room either! When she puts it that way, it's definitely suspicious. I would thought that this kind of juicy scandal would draw reports like carrion birds to a corpse. So, there's no news coverage? Probably Mr. Real is killing spree and all the rest, but there's nothing on the closure of the academy. It's as if the National News Network is simply ignoring the fact that it all happened at school. Oh, that's probably what the Triple N channel from last stream was about. Yeah, now I'm very glad that... I don't know why I thought that was... supposed to be referring to, like, some, like, real-life thing, or at least, like, in the form of, like, a, brand name change, but no, maybe not. Wait, what? But the job of the news is inform the people! I would hope, but in this case, there's not a peep from them. Over silence falls over the room. No news? Closing the academy? Come to think of it, the NNN used to cover the murders extensively, but I haven't seen much from them recently. Maybe it's just because I don't watch the news much. Well, we should get going. You need to rest up. He reaches out hands to pat me on the shoulder, but suddenly withdraws and looking away. Bye. Quickly runs out of the room. Elizabeth snorts her feet and eventually saw into, dare I say it, admiration. This game really was an admirable feat, Ishimoto. Utterly batty, perhaps, but admirable. Pip pip cheerio! With these parting words, she turns on one heel and strides away. I'm so sad that Yama didn't start doing, like, the usual, like, tea and crumpets, fish and chips bit that he does to mock Elizabeth. I said, like, back when it first came up, but that was, like, one of my favorite running gags from Lucid9 back when I first played. These parting words, she turns on one heel and strides away. I was the only one left. Her gaze fixes on me, almost looks like she's examining an alien specimen. What is it? You seem uncomfortable. Actually, this bed's really nice. Not that kind of uncomfortable. Wait for her to elaborate, but she doesn't say anything more. So he slips back into her chair. Been saying anything to help you sleep? Oh, thanks. I think about the way of her words make you think this is more than an offer to sing. Almost an expression of trust. I'd like that. He smiles just teeniest bit, then closes her eyes. Yeah, I'm not singing for you. If she starts singing, I'm not singing for you. It's weird. I like singing to myself, but I don't like singing on stream. At the very least, I don't really like singing, like, I don't like trying to sing like a girl voice, I think is what it is. I will belt out Baka Mitai. I have belted out Baka Mitai. Unfortunately, I think those VODs are long gone, but maybe. If she actually starts singing, I'll try. The intricate melody that spills from her lips practically eases my muscles into butter. I don't know how nice her voice sounded. But at least it takes me any time before I slipped away from consciousness. It's been a long time since I practiced Baka Mitai, though. Yeah, no, she's not gonna sing. She's not. Well, no, like, actual words to read. Sorry. Sorry, Wolfie. Maybe another time. Wake up on my own this time. Fully expect the room to be vacant, to be accompanied only by the ticking of the clock, to be utterly silent. But instead, I'm greeted with the sight of a girl seated in the chair beside my bed. Wait, not girl, woman. Gure? She doesn't even look up from that book she's reading? No, files. Long files, apparently. Ah, Ishimoto, you're awake. Or sleep talking. Highly improbable. Mark of that, Ishiguri seems to be smiling. What brings you to my humble abode? Should you be working? It has already been apprehended. I see no further need for my presence in the precinct. What, really? Ishiguri's eyebrow gives the barest twitch of irritation. Or is there more to the story? Like, maybe, I don't know, they officially consider the case closed, so you're no longer granted access to the investigation? Oh, bullseye. That's kind of strange. Are you the reason why they managed to get Ryota in the first place? I expect her to explode in a fit, intricate insults, but instead she hunches over as if a large weight is bearing down on her shoulders. There are unusual movements in the Samu, Ishimoto. Something is stirring beneath the surface, something bigger than any of us could ever imagine. And I'm the chosen one, born to master the 5 elements to take down the ultimate evil in this world. Hey! There's only 4 elements! Air, water, fire, and earth! Get it right if you're gonna be the Avatar! Absolutely not! Then maybe the shining sword of the chosen one? Oh please, at best you are a blunt arrow, sharper than the average rock, but only just. Ouch! Can you give me back the Shigiri from 3 months ago? I liked her better. I'm afraid she'll never make another appearance. When she snaps the shirt, Berg softens into a genuine smile. It's good that you did not die, Ishimoto. Though I'm uncertain of its relevance, I told myself that as soon as you were coherent, I might relate my story to you. What's that supposed to mean? It knows my certain unusual reaction to your phone call. You wouldn't believe me. You never even needed me as your assistant in the first place. I wouldn't have believed you? But you didn't even try. I would have believed you. I would. If you just trusted me, if you just... now you mention it. Never seen Shigiri that emotional. Not even when we ran into Natsuki. For time's sake, as well as the sake of your interest, I should keep my tale short. It's very confident to start. She gives a marked pause before she continues. I have the feeling she doesn't talk about her story very often. Somehow the idea makes me feel special. I was difficult to get along with in my youth. Only in your youth, I think automatically if I keep my mouth shut. Most decided to keep their distance from me. As a method of coping, I kept the books. As her occasional bursts of ridiculous vocabulary, I guess. For the most part, the majority of my peers were inane and superficial. Losing acquaintanceship was no loss. However, one day, a boy approached me. The very traits that others hated so much about me, he found fascinating. He became my truest friend over time. I have few memories apart from him. We decided to engage in matrimony as we studied in university. After, of course, we found stable jobs. I finished my schooling within 2.5 years, at which point I began my detective agency. Wait, 2.5 years? That sounds crazy. She must have taken Max U as enrolled classes over interim and studied without breaks. I dearly love my field of study and greatly look forward to my field of work. Aside from late nights, there's of no difficulty. I might find that hard to believe. Anyway, one of my first cases was working in conjunction with the police. The particularly vicious triple murder was related to the family of my betrothed. Before the suspect, I believe his mind to be clouded by emotion and disregarded it. So he left and found another detective. I winced at the idea. That must have really hurt her pride. Shigiri noticed my reaction and raises an eyebrow. There's a sore betrayal, Ishimoto, but pride was not the only aspect that was in pain. Maybe it can relate to losing trust in you, even though you thought she of all people would continue to support you. Just the thoughts of me reeling, but decided to not consider it again. The suspect that I patrolled before was eventually, as I suspected, found to be innocent. Except, no sooner after receiving his verdict, the allegedly innocent man tracked my betrothed's residence and... She pauses, the edge of her expression crumpled, but she holds strong. There was another murder that day, one I could not handle. All I wished for was to take back my actions. I wish that he believed in me, and that I had believed in him. When I ran around by myself, and I planned on facing Ryola by my own initiative, no wonder she was so panicked. Repeating history, a sickening time loop. Shigiri doesn't deserve that. Thank you for telling me. She only shrugs wordlessly. May help your resolve when it comes to Rue. Learn from my mistakes, Ishimoto. This is my gravest instruction. What do you mean? What's that have to do with Rue? Leave no regrets. That's all I mean. No regrets? She's telling me to start dating Rue just like everyone else? Well, it seems odd. Not trivial. Maybe the past 3 months contribute to that. Shigiri noticed my uneasy expression and stands to her feet somewhat abruptly. Regardless, there are other matters I must see to be earned a well-deserved rest, as well as this. He sends a white flat envelope to me stamped with a stub? Wait, what's this? Your pay. I dare say it's deserved. We got paid! Yo! We are not Detective Gumshoe. We do not have to live on a meager diet of ramen every 2 weeks. Hell yeah. You never said you pay me. I mentioned it multiple times, actually. You simply did not listen. She constantly threatens to, like, take away from her paycheck. Pushes the envelope in my hand. My fingers numbly accept it. Wow. Thanks. It's unexpectedly generous of her. Farewell, Ishimoto. Rest up. Whisked out of the room, leaving me with the envelope. Well, I never thought she'd actually pay me. She didn't seem like the type. Hesitantly, I tear the envelope open and unfold the sheet of paper inside. The official invoice with 3 printed lines accompanied by a scribbled note. Income 100,000 yen. Theme park tickets, mine's 110,000 yen. Dead 10,000 yen. Thanks! However, my magnanimity knows no bounds. I shall benignantly waive your debt. Blah, blah, blah. Damn you, Shigure! I'm not gonna miss your constant $5 words! Alright, that should keep me going for a little bit more. I totally should have seen this coming. Farewell, Ishiyama. Let's depart. Really? And you're paying for everyone? Oh yes, with your future wages. I should have known something was up the moment Shigure started complimenting me. Nevertheless, I'm chuckling myself as I slipped a pay stub back into my envelope. That's definitely more like Shigure. It's nice to see things kind of getting back to normal. Still grinding a cell back for more sleep. No satisfaction that the heaviness of my limbs is much less substantial than before. God, I forgot how long this section is. Wake to a soft knock at the door. Huh, someone actually knocked. Who would have thought? Come in. Hey, there you are, Saki. That means Saki still through the door. Wordlessly walks over to my side and embraces me. Something awkwardly out of touch. Iki? I'm so glad you're okay, Yama. I heard they were allowing visitors. I rushed here as soon as I could. You were later than everyone! Starting to think I would never see you again. Drops off in the silence for a moment. Her fingers clutch my hospital gown. Iko Masao told me about the investigation. About your involvement with the case. Yeah, sorry for not telling you. You didn't have to. Just wanted to say you did well, Yama. The words make my throat swell. Like in response, she releases me, settling in the chair nearest my bed. I immediately take note of the stress weighing on her features. She looks a lot more tired than I remember. Something wrong? It's just something about the case still worries me. You heard about the recent uproar and patter? Can't say that I have. Well, it seems the murders caused a political firestorm. People are angry how the government handled the incident. Wait, why is the government getting backlash? Aren't the murders a local issue? I mean, the school is presumably like a very government school, and the serial killer was on their fucking payroll. I'd be pissed too if, like, I heard that my taxpayer dollars are being given away to fucking serial killers who are actively murdering people. After his re-election last week, Mayor Inouye held a press conference. According to reports, Mr. Ryo was an immigrant. Oh no. No, don't tell me the politicians turn this into they're stealing our jobs! I like how that emoji didn't show up on my, like, stream chat, my OBS for some reason. But yup, that classic politician move right there. I'm very happy that foreigner is able to murder innocent civilians within their borders. So the mayor blamed Japan's government for granting amnesty to undocumented workers to compensate for the financial crisis of 2007. He even proposed for a silent break away from the country's competence by becoming an independent state! I can only remain in stunned silence at this revelation. Mayor Inouye is using the murders as a political platform. Well, it's his attention revolving around Yoda. Why is the Academy being excluded from the media? You know they mentioned the Academy at all? They haven't. That's what worries me the most. Almost as if he trails off, seemingly lost in thought. As if what? As somewhere attempting to cover the school's involvement. Cover up? I know it's a bit of a stretch, but listen to this. She uses her phone from her pocket. Remember how the Academy has a few sponsors? Isn't that why it's so prestigious? You know, career day and all? Exactly. So figure whether they were afraid of people knowing they were affiliated with a school who hired a murderer. How are they able to censor the media? That, I still don't know. Says dejectedly, sinking into her seat. Yama. Yeah? Are you angry? Angry? Mr. Yoda at the media at At fate? But it'd be... Fuck fate! Fuck fate, stay night! Ah, God. I didn't deserve any of this. I've already gone through so much. And yet, it happened anyway. Clenches her fist, an uncharacteristic shadow veiling across her face. Maybe she's right. Maybe I should be angrier. What if you're right now it's just relief? Everyone's safe. That's all that matters to me. I see. It's about a heavy sigh, seeing her this distraught is a little unsettling to say the least. I guess these past few months haven't been easy on anyone, even Misaki. She should be frightened over entrance exams or modeling since her social drama. Maybe, you ever know, Yama, if Patter's half as much of a shitstorm as Twitter is normally, this might actually be her relaxing time away from social media drama. Ugh. Now her friend's almost being murdered. Amber's thought prompts me to ask her about the school. The academy schools, you know where we'll be transferring? No. Shifting her eyes tells me she hasn't given it much thought. Have you been studying at least? On the university entrance exams coming up soon? Who are you, my teacher? I'll take that as a no. It hasn't been my top priority lately. Never has been, to be honest. Not worried about getting into university? Not really. And I think about it, she never explicitly said she was planning to attend. What are you going to do after high school? The words slipped from my mouth before I'm able to grasp what I just said. Ironic. Never expected I'd be the one to ask this question. I don't know. What about modeling? As much as I enjoy it, I don't think I'm fit for it. Why not? I thought you loved your job. I do, but... Reverse her gaze, twirling her phone between her fingers. I went into the business for the wrong reasons. That was an opportunity to experience something new, you know? That would be easy. It's not. I can't cope with the stress. I can't focus. I'm always irritable. Who would come and want someone like that? You're not... It's true, Yama. You've seen it. I never really think these things through. None of us do. I just don't know what to do anymore. Have you met Yama? He barely thinks about it. He barely thinks about his future. His grand plan in life is to take over his family's restaurant business. Never forget the legendary moment where he tells Rui that when he was a kid he wanted to become a tree when he grew up. You don't have to think that hard about your future, girl. It's honestly better to not rush yourself into a future you're not actually certain about. Trust me, I've been there. Changed as it is, Misaki seems genuinely concerned. Take a moment to really consider her situation. Lucky I know couldn't care less about failing. As long as she had fun doing what she wanted, that's all that mattered to her. Really love being a model and keep doing it. If you lose interest in that, you can always try something else. For a moment, Misaki's expression is unreadable. I'm afraid I said something extremely cheesy, but she flashes me a bright smile. Wise words from an old man. But she's a year older than me. Thank you, Yama. Don't mention it. For some reason, the sincerity in her voice flusters me. Usually she's the one giving me these kinds of pep talks. Getting you sleep. I imagine that it's pretty late for you. I don't know what time zone you're in. I imagine it's a little late for you, Wolfie, so if you need to get some sleep... It is actually 2:30 for me right now. So I totally get if, like, it's way too late for you. I get the feeling that, like... I can kind of gather that you're, like, in school, probably not college, so I totally understand if you need I mean, I know technically we're going into Saturday, but don't feel like you need to, like, 2:30 a.m. for you. Yeah, EST time zone for me. I honestly should be ending, but I am determined to finish the game. I'm used to staying up this late. I'm very used to staying up this late. I tend to stay up this late normally anyway. I don't have much going on for well, I do have work tomorrow, but that's like late afternoon, so I can stay up for quite a while longer. I will say this did kind of like... I will say I am kind of reconsidering my initial plan to like check out the heroine prologues. After I'm done with the main game, I'm calling it for the night. I'm still going to consider this a finale. I think like they're planning on like implementing the prologues in like a more natural way once the full game releases, so I'll just do what I've already been doing and leave those for when the full game comes out, but I'm finishing this tonight, but I totally get if, like, this is way too late for you and you need to, like, get some sleep. I will say I do have a YouTube channel, so if you really want to, you can totally catch the rest on my YouTube. Just throwing that out there, Wolfie. I suppose just let you rest. I still need to speak with Rue. I'm sure you'll be alright? Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Miki. You got this. We'll see, Wolfie. We'll see. Of course, Westbrow Yama. Maybe I do really need sleep. I'm already slurring my words again. After flashing one last smile, she strides out the door. It was surprising to see Misaki so anxious, but then again, it's only natural considering everything that's happened. Kami's being excluded from the media. Citizens are fed up with the government. Nori is calling for sovereignty. Seems change is imminent for Asamu. The fact that the murders have garnered so much attention on this scale still boggles my mind. I'm wanting to dwell on it for too long and force myself to clear my head. Think more on this later. Now I should focus on the people around me. That's probably all I can do. I mean, who else is left to see you? This video comes around an hour after Misaki. Rue. She's dressed in her school uniform like she's just an ordinary student going to an ordinary school, ready to face another long day of ordinary classes and ordinary teachers. Even though things have gotten far, far, far from ordinary. It's so ordinary that it makes my throat sore. After these past few months, after remembering how she's dragged me through therapy, for all that she's been through, just looking at her makes me hopeful that life will one day return to normal. She kissed back in the chair by my bed, face just shining with a typical grin. Morning, lazyhead. Morning. What's with the uniform? I don't know, I kinda missed it after a while. Come again? It's not all that bad. I mean, being forced to wear it kinda sucks, but when you don't have to wear it anymore, it feels weird. Like, hey, I'm still a second year. I have another 365 days before I become an old fogey. Look her in the forehead with a mocking frown. Who are you calling an old fogey? Who do you think? You sure you want to stick with that statement? What's that supposed to mean? You know, being an old fogey is a pretty good life. I get killer discounts, I don't have to work, and I have a free pass to say any offensive thing I want. Yeah, no! On second thought, never mind. Too late, now I have old person privileges. Now I get discounts at the theater on Wednesday! Haha! Heaven help us all. It's a little weird teasing each other like this after what we've just been through. I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, this would function as an amazing segue into a different topic of conversation. Oh no, don't do it! Speaking of old fogies, how are your parents doing? I hate you. I know. I miss their dynamic. Because my bell a little but petulantly responds. I've been visiting over the past few months. You couldn't come in here though because, you know, I was isolated, because I was unstable. I could leave to talk with them at any time. I'm really thankful. It'd be nice if you could come over for dinner sometime. I'd like to talk to you about something. Anytime. Sounds like we're both going back to Seto. Yeah, since school's closed, they want me to go back home. Probably tomorrow. I visited earlier. You didn't see them? No, I was probably sleeping. Maybe nothing happened? Oh, well, you know, that's something important happened at work. I got caught up in it as usual. Well, that makes sense. Great place for living meets my gaze. I really think you should contact your parents. The air grows a little chilly. My fingers dig into the blankets. No need. Hospital probably has. Okay. Then silence for another moment as really words to find words to say. Yama. The door suddenly flies open and familiar faces pour into the room. Iko, Masao, Masaki, Akira, Elizabeth, and Irie all race to my bedside. Everyone's gathered! Get the whole gang here! Up and down, coach! You have hereby been acquitted of all crimes! What? I think she means you're allowed to leave the hospital. The doctors told you guys this? Not me? Come on, man. Only Pansy sits around twiddles his thumbs when there's work to be done. In other words, you got tired of waiting. Well, technically, my good minion Yama is officially released. I'll do my considerable influence. Iko, no! Iko, I need to rest! I'm sure. Actually, the scary thing is that he's probably telling the truth. I really need to ask him about, well, everything. Eventually. I'll get up already! Elizabeth suddenly seizes my arm and pulls me out of bed, shoving a handful of clothing in my face. Get dressed! We got something to show you! We have something to show you! The others smile excitedly, poised on the tip of their toes. Rhea grins encouragingly. Lead the way! Hold up. After giving me a few minutes to change into the spare uniform, we check out the hospital and clamber into a limousine, supposedly paid for by Yahiko. After chatty moves, we wind down the streets to the familiar shopping complex by the academy. Laughter, jokes, and teasing chase away the tension in the air. Step in front of Cafe de la Pie, where Yahiko bounces to the door and opens it with a flourish. Huh, deja vu. After you, my good minions! As we step through the door, colorful streamers and balloons are plastered around half the cafe, decorated letters proclaiming, "Welcome back, heroes!" hanging from the ceiling. Where's my party banners? Where's my party banners? Lucid9 background. Again, I know I shouldn't be like giving them guff. You only have so many resources to work with, but still, I'm just that type of asshole. I got called out. It's a big problem for me. Stark contrast in the slick and sophisticated furnishings, but that doesn't stop my gratitude. This is for us? Liars! There's no decorations! Come, they could have at least sprung for a PNG! I certainly don't see anyone else. You guys. She covers her face with her hands. I just... Thank you. Nah, ain't nothing. Just a couple of balloons and streamers. I wanted to rent a dragon. But it said be a fire hazard. As I mentioned, the minor problem that dragons don't exist anymore. Oh, Kira, always off in her own little world. Hey, don't forget you're paying for all this. Praise me. Praise me. I don't think you would actually say that out loud. Thank you for your generosity. Elizabeth says these words plainly and honestly. Will they actually be getting along? Elizabeth and Yahiko being friends? Horrifying. Of course, my lady! This is pocket change in comparison to the Ikari family treasury. Elizabeth's good mood quickly falters when Saki's eyes light up in realization. Pocket change? Ikari's wealth is insurmountable, lovely maiden. Surely your generosity is unimaginable. How kind your spirit is to provide our lowly companion with a bountiful feast of refreshments. Wait, refreshments? Ah, so you agree! Hospitality in Ikari is beyond measure. I shall make certain that all my followers learn of this. Get us all drinks, dumbass, or I shall cancel you on patter. All of your followers? Okay, Miki, that's just evil. She's gonna get Yahiko canceled on patter. Truly, she is the truest of villains. I believe that 8 hours of high tea will be sufficient for our party. High tea! Now that's right, that Pat. This is beginning to feel like extortion. Okay, 8 hours of high tea, coming right up. The poor soul. Watch his sympathy as he slides over the counter, turning the floor with the server for a discount. Stop. Meanwhile, Kira and Elizabeth have dragged the 3 tables together and arranged 8 chairs in even ellipses. I've seen something special planned. Even more than all this? Ha! You didn't think we'd drag your asses all the way here just to drink some plant water, did you? Elizabeth seems fairly offended by this disparagement of her beloved tea, but remains silenced by style, pulling something out of his backpack. Ta-da! A heavy ragged binder lands squarely in the center of the table, stuffed to the rim with stacks of paper. Binder? Ooh, that sounds like one of those during the Edo period! Kira, please. Ain't that old! While surprised when Irie suddenly snatches the binder, flipping through it like a madman. He smiles, closest thing that I've ever seen to a broad smile from her. RP? Yeah? Can I be GM? Her eyes almost shining. Never seen her so happy before. I feel like I remember Irie talking about, like, playing, like, a, tabletop RPG before. I don't remember what it was, though. That was a while ago now.
Well, sure, I was gonna do it if no one wanted, but...
I want to. Huh. Role-playing. Who would have thought? I didn't know you like board games, Masato.
What? This ain't a board game? It's an artifact of story creation that weaves intricate tales of a hero's development! Me and the boys at home play it all the time. With a peaky into me healer looks couldn't sustain a good pounding.
I have an ominous feeling about this. How exactly did you play RPGs?
Accidental, of course! How are you supposed to play them?
Oh boy.
Who do you say anyway? This way it's all down to skill.
Masao just immediately puts Yama back in the hospital because he got too into being the berserker. No, dice are imperative. This firm word from Irie shocks us in brief silence.
Dice are fancy!
Stare.
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 Well, hey, you're GM.
That was frightening. Remember when I swear that Irie's radiating a death aura? Might be best to get on her good side. So, what should we do first? Must create a character. Wait, I must develop a world lore. Irie narrows her eyes in concentration for a brief moment. Keep focusing. You're in the Gallia Metropolis, a bustling city where clockwork procedure seed your needs and human find ways to reach the heavens. This is... How long have you been playing this, Irie? Fortunes are blessed, placing you squarely in the middle class. Metropolis is enlightened and thriving, others you are grateful. You choose one of the following classes. Knight, a powerfully a cumbersome fighting type. A heister, a work of sleight and wit with nimble fingers. Alchemist, a master of magical artifacts and elements with a scientific twist. A doctor, a knowledgeable cleric. Generally for girls. The musketeer, a champion of firearms. The engineer, inquisitive innovator of ingenious inventions. The entertainer, vulnerable to battle but charming and convincing. We should really come up with all that in just 5 seconds. Wow, they all sound so fun. I don't know what to pick.
Ain't that obvious? There's only one good class.
Here we go, time for a mercenary Masali unbeatable fighter.
The doctor!
Wait, what? Masali, you know the doctor is the healing type, right?
What, you think I'm an idiot? I always wanted to be the cleric, but they always made me the fighter.
Oh, this is getting interesting. So instead of getting sent to the hospital because he's too into being a berserker, we get sent to the hospital because he actually tries to inject us with drugs. Cool! Very well, Masao, doctor. Doesn't even seem phased. As me, I'll be a heister. That's insane. I'll try my hand on musketeer. That fits with your aim. She was in my direction ready for a snappy comeback, but then realized that I was complimenting her. I'm not used to you complimenting me, you dodgy cunt. Oh, thank you. Your aim was really impressive. I'll be an entertainer. Oh, so useless? You say that one in a foreign nation, the only thing keeping us on the chopping block are my liar skills. Entertainer could be really useful. I thought I'll say that out loud. So Dr. Masao, Heister Akira, Musketeer Elizabeth, Entertainer Rue, Yama Masaki Nikiko remain. Yama, why don't you pick first?
Sure.
Every little list of classes in my head. Logically, we should all probably pick different classes so that we're a balanced group. That would include the Alchemist, the Engineer, or the Knight. Being Knight sounds like I'll just have to do a lot of fighting. Being Alchemist sounds really cliche. Fuck you, Yama! Alchemist is cool! I guess I'll be an engineer. What do they do exactly? Engineer stuff, of course! Yes, Kira, so I gathered. In that case, I'll be a knight. What? Not an alchemist? Being an alchemist sounds so boring. You people are lame! Knights are much more heroic and daring. Well, that's no surprise. Now start... Whoa, hold up! You suddenly pop next to me, apparently don't ordering the budget-breaking 8 high teas. Salmon, man, I thought we agreed you don't need to use pen and paper. Alchemist, yeah, Alchemist is cool! Come on! There's so many ways you make an Alchemist cool! Like, there's so many different flavors of Alchemist in, like, in these sorts of settings. Like, you people can't come up with anything good with it? Come on! These people are lame.
We did?
Without responding, Hiko reaches to his own backpack and displays some things around the table. Merry Christmas, everyone! It isn't Christmas. Hiko's gifts are site codes, gleaming with the shininess of newly released products. Where could Hiko have gotten these? Technically, they're just prototypes, so they should work amazingly well for our purposes. Uh-huh. Right, site code. It was kind of a thing we saw with, the laser tag game way back when. As we fit the futuristic spectacles over our eyes, Irie taps the table with impatience. We must pick a class. Class? Well, strategically speaking, you should pick the remaining class, which is the Alchemist. Your command is my wish, milady. Ah, toss off! What's with the stairs? Am I supposed to come up with a name and backstory and all that? Well, you insist. I'm 0.0017 kilometers tall, eyes as blue as an Egyptian oasis, as crafted by angels that fell from the heavens. My clothing is skin tight, which helps pronounce my amazing figure.
The music dies as everyone just judges Yahiko for being a dumbass.
What strikes you speechless, good minions? My dashing good looks?
That's not exactly how I would put it.
Hey, I have a great idea. Why don't we get started, Irie?
Thank you, Rue.
It's not an idea at all, but very well.
Our very literal GM proceeds to close her eyes, speaking in a soft, rolling tone, reminiscent of the most skilled storytellers.
You have promising power and prestige if you will simply enter the Caravan Tower in 2000 hours and ask for Ion. Shall you do? Go, of course. On waste a moment of time. I agree. Full steam ahead, people. Well, power and prestige is all fun and dandy, but there's money involved, huh? I don't have to see. All we care for is them shinies, huh? It's barely understandable. I'm not playing with this throughout the entire RP. I like how, like, now it's like she's barely comprehensible. And I think that's, like, the exact same, like, dumb, like, I think she's literally putting on the exact same, like, dumbass, like, accent I've been giving her for the literal entire playthrough. Wait, Kira, if it's steampunk, we should all speak in British accents.
If Liz could kill Elizabeth, would currently be my murderer.
Don't you dare, Yamashimoto.
Tally-ho! We've done quite the bang up job on our categories, if I do say so myself.
Kara and Rue apparently don't notice I'm teasing. They live with excitement. That's a splendid idea! Why, I do believe you'll end up on something quite profound, Yamashimoto.
Elizabeth buries her face in her hands, but the pair continues on, oblivious.
Well, under these circumstances, it would be prudent to meet this person together, would it not? Oh yes, indubitably, I quite agree.
Irie comes in with her solid monotone, earning Elizabeth some relief. It's great. I do love these characters just because they're all willing to, like... I do love, like, Akira and Rue and Yama because they're all willing to, like, be the most... Well, more so Rue and Yama. Akira's just kind of oblivious, but... Rue and Yama are just the most sarcastic bastards you'll ever meet. And I love them for it.
Elizabeth, Misaki, Akira, and Rue en route, and... Well, and be part with a great Yahiko Ikari.
Yeah, I'm gonna go too. Sarah, why not?
Very well. I closed her eyes contemplating for a moment and opened them with renewed fervor. I went to the faded tower and you suddenly encountered a rapid horde of cretinous dingbats.
What?
Something Shikari says often.
Great.
And suddenly I'm not surprised anymore. Prepare for battle.
Phones spring up on monitors representing rows of hard-faced cretinous dingbats.
Hello, citizens, stand back! This is job for President J. Graves! Governor Mecker, mobilize! You have no ability by that title. They unleash a fiery storm of death, for I am the Alchemist!
Ladies and gentlemen, Power Gaming at its finest. Oh yeah, he goes that guy! He's the fucking dude who min-maxes like a munchkin! What a bastard!
See, roll.
Eagle does so. Dick one!
You drop your spellbook on your toe.
What? Sorry man, we got 6 being a model.
Careful for model classes not exist.
Ari, please. Maybe it'll work out if he models as an alchemist. No, I protest! These things must be weighted! They are virtual!
If they're digitally a Hegel, they can't be weighted.
Let's just have melee in front, rage in back, and ruin in the far back. That should be fairly simple, considering it's the first battle in the game. What?
I'm okay. What exactly do I do?
You got play for us, Rui! We'll keep you safe!
Yeah, Yama will protect you!
Or Masato, you know, whoever. Masato's a doctor! Doctors don't do much protecting, they're healers! They make sure you don't die after you get your ass kicked!
Okay, go hang out by Misaki, she's a knight! Bar boost team stats and morale. You know how to provide others with an extra turn.
Wow, it sounds so useful! You do know it says you're plucking around on wood and metal, right?
Shut up, Yama.
Right, let's start this battle before everything turns to rubbish.
If I had that dodgy tosser by the front.
She really is getting into the little British bit.
Dodgy. Tosser. Shut up, Yama.
Your accent is really cool.
Thank you. Oh, hey, respectable.
Rolled in the monitor.
Once it's actually a high number.
We've had 2 rolls, Yama!
Red Headmask is here. Clean this thing back crumbles to the dust of ignorance from whence it came.
I'm pretty sure that face also comes from Shigure.
Now attack the nearby enemies.
He rolls. Another decent hit.
The creatless dingbags fallen by the blade of the knight. Ha! None of these dingbats could ever handle me.
In that case, I slit the throat of the one in the back! And here goes a 2.
Oh no!
With a final high roll, the creatless dingbat falls into the crooked blade of the heister.
Only one creatless dingbat remains.
I got with my scalpel! You're cleric, Masato. I don't think you should get anywhere near those enemies. You're paying my medical school? I'll show you! 20.
Damn! You scratched the creatless dingbat.
Scratch! Told you so. Damn, that's gotta be some low-ass AC if you still hit with a 6.
Well, it wasn't terrible at least.
Ugh! Or Masato, must be used to winning from acting out RPs instead of rolling for them.
Now you should move.
Oh, yeah. For my options for a moment. I can just fire at it with a pistol, I guess, but that seems kind of bland. What's creatless dingbat made out of?
Cogs, gears, and seam.
Okay, take the nearest pipe and stick it into the mechanism and jam it. That's an innovative idea. Why is it so boring you make it just explode into a ball of fire? I might drop my spellbook on my toes.
Ha! What kind of dummy would do that?
Jeez, you can move that far? Gee, I wonder. Roll. I do so end. Wow, all times be lucky.
20! Goes like a Luckerson!
Once that motion, you start to pull through the cogs at a critical point. Mechanism locks in place, opens and explodes in a ball of fire.
What?
Congratulations, you improved the first battle. The rewards are...
Wait, hold up! No, I can't let your peasants pass the greatest of government mecker! Let's just get to the next battle! What? Yeah! Oh, make it a big one! The final battle!
Yeah, he goes, shut up!
5 armies clashing on a battlefield of darkness, meeting the forces of light of the great hero, President J. Graves!
Backing way slowly now. He goes classic antics. I didn't realize how much I appreciated them until now.
Very well, teleport to the final battle surrounded by enemies on all sides.
Wait, what? We haven't had the chance to even level up!
Shut second down, man!
Just stop it! He stared at him silently, bewildered by the foreign words spewing out of his mouth. Well, all of us safe for one, of course. You don't see your healer, right? You focus on keeping us alive, not showing off. Saka's response is quick and forceful, fully understanding what Masato just said. No one took damage in that last fight!
You know what he's saying?
Of course I do. You don't?
Oh, wait, he was speaking street, wasn't he?
Speaking street. He's probably referring to the slang that reigns over the poor districts of Samu. This is Masato's random war bomb is actually street slang. That makes sense. We had this discussion before. We've had this thought before, Yama. Megumi, you speak street too?
Saki.
Yes, I suppose I picked it up while I was in District 6. I was surprised by this revelation. Well, I except Rui and I. That's so cool. You be our translator? Sure. Aces! Right down my street! I can't want these. I'm not. I'm playing you just now. I probably passed out asleep. You're good. I get it. I get it, Wolfie. Again, don't feel like you need to, like, stay up the whole way through. This is probably gonna take another, like, half an hour bare minimum. I forgot just how long this segment goes on. You can brush up on your sheep, but that would be any useful. Well, how do you understand everything? Like he shrugs his shoulders. Just my addiction, I guess. Not important right now. Let's continue the battle! Ah, yes, very abrupt battle of 5 armies, all because of Yahiko Ikari. Ah, what detail? Suddenly a flood of monsters pop up on our psychos, practically burning our eyes with light. The 4 armies are allied and fighting you. Hey! Get her out of here! She's going to full-on killer DM mode! All 4 armies? Oh gosh, yeah guys, let's not do this. We just go back to the tavern and go through the RP like normal people. You question the will of the great Ikari? Fear not, good citizens. President J. Grace can fight this whole horde with 1 army behind his back. I'm never going back. The past is in the past. And I'm a doctor. Yes, yes you are. I think my voice is starting to crack now. I take it that we're fighting then. No, let them die. Yes. Okay, well don't blame me if you all die terrible deaths. Now line up. It's a game. We're bound to die anyway. You shouldn't be the... She's just pissed because he goes like, oh, let's just get to the final battle. She's going full killer DM. This is bullshit. Up our psychos take up positions. Hopefully they're strategically sound. Surrounded. From what I can tell, Iris at least nice enough to keep the enemies at the same level as up. Hopefully this is actually beatable. Here's the moves her icon from of ours, placing it back and forth like a war general speaking to her unit. A day may come when the courage of men fails, when we forsake our friends. No, Akira. Ah, coach, what's the fun of having a little final battle? You can't have the epic speech. Why do I suddenly get the feeling we've had this exchange before? Whatever, make it quick. Bye, I'll make it a little more interesting. Men, women, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your hippopotamuses. Oh, wait, what? This day we fought! The pickpocket of the nearest enemy. Thanks. Thanks, appreciate you, Akira. Here's the time is a failure, but at least she doesn't pay dearly for it. Our surprises of bringing right after Akira's turn is over. Clockwork Goblin on the flank surges forward and attacks Rui. Rui rolls for dodge. He leads something on our screen, darts the vulnerable backline where Sal and Rui are wide open. Do you move with their backline wide open? Uh-oh. Relax, at the very least my dex is really high. She presses her fingers and frame on our site code. And 2. Faithful die lands on our displays. You're dead! 1! Are you serious? Right down the gophers! Even if you're a substantial modifier, Rui, you did not dodge. You must be really unlucky today. No, wait, there has to be some kind of mistake. Unfortunately, dear Rui, the mistake seems to be yours. No, man, Sal, you slipped! Do it up! Sal says everything is your fault, you need to fix it. Me? Why me? You're the president of the puncher! You're the one who insists on having this battle. Okay, I'll, fix it. No, wait! Actually, I'm even more than happy to Rui using mass resuscitation. Shut up! Oh. Yo, Hoshi! It's going. We are basically at the end of Lucid9, but we're actually kind of in a denouement of sorts. Like, we've already hit the big climactic climax, and now we're just kind of reveling in life going back to somewhat normal with a good old game of, totally not D&D. I'll say right now, Hoshi, Lucid9 is a free game you can pick up on Steam anytime. So if you're interested, definitely consider checking it out yourself. Cause we're actually so far in that there's actually like not really a spoiler so far right in this segment. How you doing, Hoshi? I saw you were streaming earlier. You were streaming P3R, right? So let me just check that real quick. Make sure I'm not completely crazy. Yeah, you were streaming Persona 3 or like a little while ago, yeah? I know that like you did a test stream and that went well. How's it feel to be back with Persona? How's the new Persona been treating ya? Now I'll roll strength, dexterity, constitution, and intelligence modifier. No, in real life! You have no physical dice. I mean, I should do CPR on Rua in real life. Kira, shut up! What? No, this is getting interesting. You guys can't be serious. I have no opinion on the matter. Wait, Rui's dead? Is she a zombie? No, she isn't, hence why there's no need for CPR. Don't worry, Rui, I'll do it! Oh, gosh, so there's literally no reason to perform CPR. Whoa, dude, you sound intense. Persona got through the first Taurus section, it's just absolutely amazing. Love being back at GeckoCon. I saw someone, I was already streaming by the time you started up. I did see like a little bit of P3R. Man, it's weird seeing Taurus, a floor on Taurus being so big. Oh. But hell yeah, it sounds like you're having a good time with P3R. Oh, I'm so finding myself wondering if I should actually pick up P3R myself. I already know, I think I mentioned before, I sort of am playing on Persona 3 series at some point, but I'm going to be doing Persona 3 FES, because it's going to be like another sister series to my buddy Jake's playthrough whenever he gets around to that, because I know he's planning on getting to that at some point. But I do find myself wondering if I should actually pick up Reload myself. It does look good. It's weird. I said it before, I'll say it again, it's weird seeing Taurus so like big and fleshed out. Someone's getting jealous. I'm not getting jealous. That's what a jealous person would say. Miki! Who breaks down into laughter at my expense. Yes, absolutely get it. It's amazing. I'll keep my eye out for it. I forget. Is Persona 3 Reload on PS4 as well? I thought I remember seeing that it actually came to PS4 as well, but I might be wrong on that one. Or Persona 3. Did I say 4? Google search says it's on PS4. I might actually keep an eye out for it. Hopefully it doesn't run like complete shit on PS4. It probably shouldn't. Like it's basically running on the same engine that like Persona 5 was, and that was running on PS3. Yeah, I'll keep my eye out for that. I feel betrayed. Hey guys, you left Yama. I'll take one for the team. You know what? I have a great idea. Why don't I just, stay dead? 6. Suddenly a die roll on monitors breaks the flow of conversation. Who did that? Who rolled that? Nah! Nor I. It was me. I paused for a moment, glancing at a GM reference for pronouncing judgment. Marie did not die. She has, however, been mortally wounded and taken captive by enemy forces. It's amazingly optimized for PC, at least in my experience. That's good to hear. I'm not 100% confident in my laptop. I've had some issues with, like, super high-end games, so I gotta check out the... I need to check out the Can You Run It, I think. I don't know, it's weird. Like, I've had a couple games that says, like, yeah, it doesn't run, and it does run, but... I don't know, I've already had my heart broken by, Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8 not, like, run on my computer, so I don't have confidence in this thing, but... Is there a demo for E3R? I don't think there was. I'll check that out. I'll check out Can You Run afterwards.
better than death. I think it looks so awful.
Don't worry, one but Rui, we'll save you.
South, from a strategic standpoint, that is impossible. You see how many enemies fortify the base?
That ain't no problem. We gotta save Rui.
Is this the operative? Is this the operative
We are the royal we.
Remember you were talking about Yama? That's probably the most literal human being I know.
That's true, but you saying you ain't gonna lift a finger? Tell you one, I charged through the enemy lines like a man. Keep in mind, he is the doctor of the group.
That's a psycho's role. You die.
Daw's face crumbles as if Christmas has been cancelled.
Oh, maybe you should have said a little softer. Ah. Die.
Thanks, Irie.
This is a good example of why you must look before you leap. Honestly, what were you thinking? Striking the bullets quite possibly the worst strategic decision you could ever make.
Yeah, what are you all doing? Nothing! Come me up all you want, but you ain't better than our enemies standing around like a bunch of drummers!
This is punctuated by a very long silence. Ow, my! Drummers! Standing around! Yama, let's save Rui!
Don't drag me into the fire!
I hear we must rescue Rui at once. Roger that! Operation Saber Private Rui has a go! Climb every mountain! For every stream! Follow every rainbow till you find your dream! Why are you guys so old? Well, Coach, give us the orders! Me! The least you can do, you've been utterly useless thus far.
I got a 20, fuck you!
I trust your judgment, Yama. Huh. Well, I don't know what's possessed them, but for some reason I appreciate their faith. It looks like we have to fight through a huge mass of enemies to get to Rui. The way around it, this will definitely take some sacrifices. Such as my best chance to use the others to pull forces away, little by little, like an elite guerrilla task force. Well, when I think about it, it's really not fair to just sacrifice the others. I'll distract them, and we'll remain make a break for Rui. What? You sure, Yama? Oh, this is the ever-famous act of noble idiocy! E5's love is unquenchable, even in the face of death! Or simply stupidity, that decision is strategically sound. Just get Rui, yeah. You got me taken to the flank of the giant forces. I throw as many explosive weapons as possible to the army to draw their attention. This is a company with a decent roll, or tokens swarm around you before I can blink. You're not surrounded by clockwork goblins. That's a cue! Fly, you fools! Kira, Elizabeth, and Masaki charge through the newly opened gap with fervor as I quickly succumb to a giant group of goblins. Stay focused, the end is in sight! As she utters as the guards by the prisoner of war can't see the double of the number. The goblins are sleeping. Thanks! She's determined to just kill us all off! Uh-oh. Some! Two resistance forces quickly stand up at the new horde, leaving Rui hopeless in the clutches of the goblins. Where's the goblin slayer when you need him? Game over. You are all dead. No! Not all of us! You so easily forgotten that the general still stands! Governor Necker! Mobilize! My firestorm, Irie! Roll. 5. Okay, you're not convincing me these dice aren't weighted, Irie. What? Again? You drop your spellbook on your other toe. I call foul! Something's wrong with the RNG, dude! Not be anything wrong with the RNG, it is simply an RNG. Bullshit! Nah, you're lying to me now, Irie. I've seen some horseshit RNG. But!
Alright, dude. Getting late anyway. Almost time for my curfew.
Huh? Already? Check the time. It's actually 5:40. Because we must have left the hospital pretty late. Guys, the RP was really fun. I'm sure it would have been more fun if someone didn't insist on saving the final battle without a plan. I also really enjoyed it. Compliments to the GM. Wait, are we leaving? But the IT just got here! Sure enough, 2 servers have bustled out from the back rooms, arms laden with trays of teapots and dainty sandwiches. My stomach grumbles embarrassingly loud. Everything looks so delicious.
Well, if it's food. Polly sits down and unashamedly digs in. Well, that was easy. This is all due to Yahiko's generosity, everybody. Be sure to express your gratitude. Thanks, Yahiko. Your gratitude knows no bounds, oh fantastical benevolence. Where'd you get that from? I appreciate your generosity, if little else. Thanks, man. Now, well, you know, this is just pocket change to an Ikari. Note to self, never get on Misaki's bad side. You slowly got Yahiko wound around her little finger. Tries to go in the nearest tray. Rumbles delectably in my mouth. Perfectly cooked. Wow, this is really good stuff. Thanks, Yahiko. But of course. After all, proper world dictator must keep his minions well fed. As like this, I wonder if a world run by Yahiko wouldn't actually be that bad. Generosity is popular with the ladies, after all. I take that back. I take all of it back. Squeeze and treats until I return to my seat. Like the last time we were all together, no one's separated into groups. No one's sitting around the same table, chatting with smiles on their faces. It's heartwarming. Hypothetically speaking, what would you do if all politicians suddenly turned into chairs? Throw them all in the wood chipper. But they at least be somewhat useful. That's my girl. So at least do the best they can, you know. Are they at least comfy chairs? If they are, I vote for them. How can people turn into chairs? Then again, some topics of discussion are questionable. I do stare at the lovely angels I see. What? Think for my good man. I know precisely what you're thinking. You want to woo one of them, don't you? I really don't. Well, you're in luck because for a limited time offer, I'm... Wait, really? The rest of the others seem to be immersed in conversation, filling the cafe with a pleasant buzz. And even now's my chance to have a little chat with Yahiko. Say, Yahiko... Pause for a moment, trying to find the right words. I was wondering... If you're still here, Oshi, I think we're about to get into major spoiler territory, so... If you're remotely interested in checking out Lucid9 for yourself... Maybe tune out, because I swear there's like more interesting stuff, like there's like a whole ass murder mystery plot. So it is a very interesting game. I definitely recommend it to people who've never played it before. Do you happen to know, as I fumble awkwardly with a message, Yahiko interrupts me. Fine, dude, I get it. I just kind of hard to think about, you know? 5 people I know all gone. Smiles painfully forced. Anyway, I don't understand all these killings. But when I was talking to my mom and dad about it, they got totally stressed. I don't know, it doesn't really make any sense. At least doesn't seem to have a clue either. I mean, apparently Mr. Rio is an immigrant, but... Why? Why would he kill 4 kids? For no reason! His voice becomes grainingly strident, holding all its activity in the cafe. Sorry about that. Everyone turns to Yahiko open mouth, no doubt taking aback at the sudden gravity in his tone. And then in the blink of an eye, Yahiko's face suddenly flashes back to his trademark grin without a hint of a shadow. What bothers you so, my good minions? Have I captured your hearts? I seriously do wonder why he feels the need to put on this, like, big elaborate show about being like, hey, look at me, I'm the resident dumbass! A moment of silence follows. You can see the hesitation on everyone's faces. The hesitation of wanting to help Yahiko but not knowing how. Toothy smile, his arrogant front, an impenetrable wall that's impossible to break down. Is it possible to help him when he doesn't really want it? Doesn't seem so. Eventually the group awkwardly returns the conversation. Yahiko's shoulders slump just slightly in relief. It's jarring to see his personality switch to the bat of an eye. Maybe that's his coping mechanism. Just like mine, standing from afar, mocking anything I can. Sorry, dude. Anyway, there's a lot of things about Mr. Rio that still doesn't make sense. Gives me a bad feeling. Kind of like seeing a guy in a French maid costume, you know? No, I can't say I do. I'll look into it. Who deserves that much? Thanks, dude. Hey, last sandwich! Any takers? Turn back to the commotion of the rest of the group. The trays are almost completely picked clean. Well, that was fast. I guess the cafe's quality speaks for itself.
I'll have it. Sandwich. I like it. It was quite delicious. I'm also still pretty hungry.
There's only one way to solve this. Competition!
I'm saying I don't want it anymore. Me neither. Meh. You're all lame.
I haven't seen what the competition is yet.
What is it?
But you know, real man's fair, so how about a riddle game?
A what? Honestly, oh, I'm solid. I'm pretty sure Irie can beat you on that front. She's probably one of the most observant people I know. Oh, I know some great riddles. Why don't we give Rui the why don't we have Rui give the riddles? That way, if Akira's riddles be understandable. Oh, okay. Val marches in front of Rui, eyebrows focused on the harsh lines on his head. Everyone stares blankly with a quirk of her head. The rest of us gather around them in slight interest. Let me see. 10-foot chain nailed to the wall. Center tips down 5 feet. How far are the ends from each other?
Ah, they're the same nail!
Center is down 5 feet. That means it's going down and up towards 10 feet, which is the length of the chain. Wow, you're right, Masao. That's quick. Why would chain be nailed to a wall? Oh, you know, maybe there's some merit in Masao choosing a real competition. Cheetah!
Okay, next!
Okay. Young woman is saying her mom's funeral she meets a man who she falls in love with. But after the funeral, she can't find him. A couple days later, she kills her sister. Why? To see. I remember this one. I remember the answer to this one. To see the person again.
What?
Why would you do something like that against your own flesh and blood?
This is a dumb riddle.
You know it's purely hypothetical, right?
Ain't no kind of answer for this disgusting riddle.
Did the woman not meet the man at her sister's funeral?
Pregnant pause fills the room.
A pregnant pause? Why would you use that descriptor? Yeah. Right, isn't that the psychopath test? Maybe she heard it before.
The hell? It's dumb as what it is.
What kind of shit Trevor kills a friend for some shallow love at first sight?
Bad riddle. Next, Rui.
Okay, Mr. Pushy. Oh, I know. 4 old men sat down to play. They played all night till break of day. They played for cash and not for fun, with separate scores for every one. Between the square accounts, they all made the same amount. Not one lost and all gained. Now you heard, can you explain? As well as our entire group racking their brains. Same amounts. Play for cash. Maybe by a high improbable chance. Oh, I see. It's quite clever, Rui. Oh, what's the answer? Simply put, the men...
No, shut up till I solve it!
What is the answer, chat? What is the answer to the riddle, chat? Elizabeth snorts and rolls her eyes, but stays quiet. Sal begins to pace in agitation as Irie stares longingly at the sandwich. Oh, I know. They were playing Day Pay. The bank robbery game? Yes, they play for cash, they had separate scores, but they earn the same amounts. As sensible as it is, I highly doubt this riddle has anything to do with video games. Man, remember Payday? I don't, I never played it. Sorry, that's not technically the answer. Oh. I'm pretty sure that dozen kittens just died at that moment.
Ah, got it, Rui! Men are all musicians. Different scores, same amounts. Play from night to day.
Yep, Masao 2 points, Irie 1.
Ha! Knew it!
As Rui shovels through riddles as she knows the rest of us lean forward. Even though Masao and Irie are technically the only ones competing, the riddles are interesting enough for us to try. We went at 4 AM by a knock on your door. It's from a friend who came for breakfast. With bread, jam, bacon, and eggs. What do you open first?
The fridge!
This time there's not even a pause for deliberation.
Everything it was, of course! Ain't no skipping the hospitality!
No. Sorry. Not even physically possible to open 4 containers simultaneously.
You ain't never been real hungry, have you?
Show me how you open 4 containers at once, Masato! Okay, Irie, your answer? I forgot how long this segment was! Holy shit! Fuck, I'm gonna be here for like another hour! They open the door first? Otherwise your friend will be outside. That's right!
Oh. Ah, damn. Should've seen that one.
At least you have the dignity to acknowledge this loss. You know what this means? Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a tiebreaker! Here for Team Marvelous Masa!
Oh, yeah!
Cafe falls into a deadly hush. Time ticks on.
Ah! Right. How about teeny tiny girl with an infinite stomach? Woo, go Irie! Think with brains and think with minds! Go and keep monsters behind!
I'm getting a sudden sense of deja vu.
Well, Tishrue, it's up to you to determine the fate of this matchup. Then that's a lot of pressure.
Looks like this will be the riddle of a lifetime.
Okay, let me think.
She ponders for a moment in the stillness of the cafe, then clears her throat. Poor people have it, rich people need it. If you eat it, you die. What is it? I'm like racking my brain because I feel like I should know this one. I feel like I know the answer to this one, but it's not coming to me. Drugs. Another silence. What? What exactly has Irie been through in life? Poor people have it, rich people eat it. If you eat it, you die. It's drugs.
Well, I mean, technically speaking, she's not wrong.
Very quickly whips Masao with a pleading look.
Masao, what's your entry?
Masao stands quietly and for a brief second seems like a huge burden is on his shoulders. He waits in poised silence for his fateful reply. Finally opens his eyes, enunciating every syllable with crispness.
The answer is nothing. Poor people have nothing, rich people need nothing, and if you eat nothing, you die.
So silence falls upon the cafe. Thinking about his words seems unnaturally heavy. That Kira breaks attention with a loud, enthusiastic round of clapping.
Well done, my socks! Looks like we got ourselves a winner! Yes, right!
He quickly snatches the lonely sandwich from his plate and thrusts it towards Masato.
I hereby bestow upon thee the final sandwich. Go, eat, have fun.
Drugs isn't the right answer?
Most people wouldn't think of drugs.
Does that make it wrong?
Do poor people have drugs?
Here we go. Deep questions by Irie Hiraga. He grins in a very panicked manner and probably grabs my sleeve.
I guess the idea is that once you pay for drugs, then you're poor.
Well, it's been fun, guys, but it's getting awfully late. I'm suddenly so tired. It must be my leg.
I gotta head back. Curfew.
In that case, we'll be efficient and all walk back together. No! Saki, Elizabeth, Irie, here you go. Bathroom. Time for some girl talk. Oh, yes, of course. Wait, why am I included? Yeah, why is he included? Well, but Masao's getting really late. You should run back as fast as possible, right now.
Huh? Now I'll just walk with...
Oh, Masao, my man, let's go.
Without warning, Iko once again grapples Masao's arm and drags him out of the door.
Fuck. I didn't think this all took this long.
Not sure what caused this abrupt action, given the fact that he should love being alone with a group of girls. As their sudden exit, Kira leads the other girls into the women's bathroom without another word, leaving Rue and I alone. Wow, that was really subtle. Incredibly subtle. They should become national spies. Or international. We pause, as an idea seizes my mind. A bit random, spontaneous, but even so. Hey, Rue, can you come with me?
Where to?
Cemetery. Been hovering in the back of my mind for the past 3 months.
You mean...
Yeah.
You sure?
Up until now, I thought you didn't... I wouldn't want to... You wouldn't be. I want you to come with me. Okay, let's go. There's a subway and boarding in silence, riding north along the side of the river. All it takes is disembarking the subway and crossing the bridge, and we arrive. The air is beautiful here, but cold. Maybe solely due to the sight of an endless stretch of memorial stones, but the light feels frigid against my skin. I put my jacket tightly around me and navigate the cemetery. Well, it's been a long time. years, my footsteps easily find their way. Lee raised a gentle hand on my arm, comforting but unobtrusive. Another day I might stop and muse at how many stones, how many different stories lie just in this one spot. Each engraving a different life, each monument a different family history. But in this moment I'm focused on just one thing. So we're stopping from a marker by a boundary of trees, where a large stone looms from the ground, where its letters carved into its surface. Ishimoto family grave. Mizu Ishimoto, February 1999 to January 2008. Business card deposit next to the grave is stacked, long neglected over the years. I absently shuffled through a few of them. Orders, more reporters, teachers from our school, more reporters. This is the only mark that she made. Brain-breaking news, significant for just a fleeting moment. She could have come out to be so much more. Instead, she was just a kid who suffered a tragedy. A few months ago, maybe I would have been furious at the world. No, 3 months ago, I was definitely furious at the world. But now... Hey, sis. Maybe it's better if I just stay silent for now and let Yama have his little moments. No need for me to, constantly interrupt with my bad voice acting and my sickness.
Okay, I was expecting a lot more talking for you there, Yama. Close my eyes, I almost see Mizu smile. Sought to open with total understanding. Still 9 years old in my head. Doesn't age a day. I'm not doubt she cares about flowers and incense. I should visit you sooner, but communication is the next best thing, isn't it? Now we have an explanation for young Yama's fascination with lanterns back when he met Misaki. And the inner glow in my head frowns imperiously. I was to say, yeah, but you're totally underestimating yourself. Moving around doesn't change the past. What I wanted to do really was remember you, even if it meant being miserable all the time. So I think I'm finally ready. Are we moving on, sis? Sorry I leave you behind. Or is it actually that you've gone on ahead and you're waiting? I don't know, but I think you can trust me. Some more responsibility. Enough for me. I like rest for a little bit. Then the opposite side of the bench, staring straight ahead, remain silent as the breeze pushes past. Our hands folded neatly, almost formally in our laps. Like I stopped speaking for so long, I still fuck up the first line I read. This moment, I'm keenly aware of the fact that something between us has drastically changed. Not changed I can verbalize, it's something abstract. Snug but coiled. Someone's taking the air between us and stretching it over a warm earth. Yama! Almost jump in surprise. Huh? Pauses for a moment, the tension expands. My eyes on the long column of stones. I hear slight shifting of fabric,
Like Rue is taking something out of her jacket and then a hollow light clunk. In my periphery, I see her push something towards me, and it scratches gently against the branch. Rue withdraws her hand, turns her head away from me without a word. Hesitantly, I reach out and pick up the object. A small, long box wrapped in gold paper on top of a crinkled silver bow. It's for you. Pause for a moment, my throat dry. I gathered, not like anyone else is around here. Rue remains silent, her face turned away. I gingerly raise the box and shake it against my ear. No sound. Not gonna explore or anything, idiot. Not even looking, she can tell what I'm doing. That's pretty remarkable. How many fingers am I holding up? Oh, come on, just open it. Pull the ribbon loose and work my fingers to the paper, cleanly separating the creases. Black block slides out of the wrapping and lands in my hands. There's no brain if this weightiness in my palm exudes a sense of importance. What is this? You open it, you know. I lift the lid of the box, a tiny part of me expecting to see some kind of bomb. No, it's not a bomb. A pen. It's a very expensive looking pen with a marble cobalt barrel trimmings of silver. Come on. Come on, we're almost at the end. Oh, I hate that it's probably gonna take another, like, hour. Fuck. In fact, it's a very expensive looking pen with a marble cobalt barrel and trimmings of silver on either end. I gently pick it from its velour lining, examining it in the scarlet sunlight. It lies heavily in the creases of my fingers, almost as if it's pressing life directly into my skin. Everything about this pen just screams money, and somehow I don't think Yahiko bought this one. Get the pen back in the case, clearing my throat. Suddenly it's practically impossible to look at Rue. Thanks, I try to say. Thanks for the pen. Thanks for everything. Words stop short in my throat. I awkwardly cough. Wow. You opened it? This is pretty shiny. You like it? Well, yeah, it's really nice.
Stupid! Nice pen, but it's more than that. All this business I made that one dumb offhand comment in the amusement park.
Great the future, Yama. This is the ideal of technology. I'll stick with pen and paper, thanks.
Ha! Are you an old man? You don't even use pen and paper.
I would if I had a pen that worked. You always, I don't know, buy one? Now, why would I do that?
You remember that? That was like 4 parts ago!
3 parts, whatever. Has Ray been thinking about something so insignificant all this time? Finger shake as I press the lid over the box, mind racing too fast to track. Ray cares. I know about it for a long time, but I remember something random, something trivial, something that really didn't matter. I don't even use his pens anymore. No one's common sense that is. And yet she prioritized it. She invested in it. For whose sake? Mine? I don't even know how to properly thank her. Or if I can even properly thank her. I turned to her, gripping the box tightly in my hands, grasping for words. Rue.
Wait! Before you say anything, I have something I want to tell you.
Her facing away from me, stubbornly keeping her eyes on the stones. Only sit in numb silence. So I was thinking about, when we argued. I guess I realized that I don't really give you enough credit. Not out loud, at least. I just want to say thank you. I guess I've been saying it a lot recently, but, you can never hear too much encouragement, right? Why is she thanking me? You're complimenting me in front of Mizu, and now... Just so you know, well, everyone may tease us about it, but this is just a gift between friends. I'm just so grateful. It sounds so cheesy, but I'm thankful that you protected me. That classroom, I felt so alone. I didn't think anyone would come for me. But there's always hope, isn't there? No matter what. Anyways, all that was to say that this is a gift with no strings attached. I just want you to use it well. And I know now you always protect me anyway. Turns to me, the last remnants of the sun streaming through her hair in a river of fire. Very fast, her face lights up in a smile. A smile of pure, childlike joy, simple to the heart. Thank you, Yama. You're my best friend. The moment becomes still. It's funny. Another person, maybe that sentence would be offensive. I'm your best friend. That's it? That's all I mean to you after so many years? To me, it's like the greatest gift I could ever imagine. After Mizu, I never thought I could be normal again. Never thought I could laugh, have fun, or tell stupid jokes to a close circle of friends. To be honest, I never thought I would have friends at all. Life was empty, gray. I practically lived in a distant corner of the school playground. I could never grow up as a normal kid. Not anymore. No one would want to be friends with dopey, boring Yama Ishimoto. At least that's what I believed. Wind gently brushes into a current that treads through us, whispering through fabric into a time that never ends. Our eyes are locked but not in tension, not even in weariness. In peace. Baseline, earthy peace that feels unshakable. There's a security that can't be replaced. I feel the corners of my lips slowly tug upwards, pulled unbidden by something lame and warm, and my eyes close and I'm laughing. Now the sarcastic chuckles have dominated the past few weeks, not even like the sighs of relief earlier this morning or the sorts of amusement throughout the day. Things I haven't felt in a long, long time. Quiet, pure, airy. That makes me feel like I can do anything. This happiness? Emotion swells inside my grim bronze though it feels like it'll burst off of my face. Never always laughing. It's laughed often, but this time is also different. No gap between her breath and everything is fluid, almost as if it's pouring out of her. We just sit there, drawing back to childhood. Two dorks laughing like idiots in the middle of a cemetery. It's probably disgraceful. We probably look like we're insane. I close my eyes and I feel the sun on my face. And I realize that I don't care. Maybe I care about what actually matters. Rory's laughter finally quiets and she settles back, a late blush coloring her cheeks. If it's okay, can we get together tomorrow? I have something important to tell you. Should be an ominous phrase, but I only find myself grinning. You know you can just tell me now, right? Well... She blushes a little deeper, digging her fingers into her skirt. Like she's self-conscious about her uniform. Wasn't that feeling quite right? Stars are not perfectly aligned. The horoscopes... Okay, I get it. Tomorrow it is. There's a brief pause. Lily lowers her gaze. Well, we should get going. Rue. Huh? You're my best friend too. Colors deeply at this, but a hint of that light, airy smile returns to her face. I know, you told Mizu. But, thank you. So much more I want to say. Thank you for so much, things don't even matter. I haven't thanked her for anything. It's because of her make-believe that got by Mizu's death. It's because of her support that I've gotten by these past few years. The romance conundrum? I don't know, it seems so far away, but insignificant. I just want to show her the gratitude she deserves. I can't seem to find the right words to say. As if anything comes to my mind gets lodged in there. I guess we'd better head back. Didn't I just say that? I might have, yes, but where are you even staying? Isn't the school closed? Well, it's not like you can just kick us out with nowhere to go. There's temporary housing for students in an apartment complex. You're going there? Actually, I'm gonna go home. Mom and Dad arranged everything already. All my stuff's there. You're going to driving back. I'll wait with you. No, you need to go home. It's getting dark. It's not safe for you to be around. And that makes it safer for you? I'll be fine. Don't forget to come by tomorrow, okay? I'll be there. Eat better. Bye. I was over the edge of the cemetery that lines up with the street. It eases my nerves. At the very least, she'll be in public. Back to my own apartment, holding this novel, airy feeling as tightly as I can. Last traces of sun soak out of the sky, because of the deep shades of cobalt. It's been a good day. Stop in front of my apartment door, reaching toward the keypad lock. Then I hear it. Faint melodies of some classical strain are bleeding through my door. Music coming from my apartment that I haven't been to in 3 months. Dizzy glow of ignorant happiness falls away from me all at once. Pushes the door open quietly, adrenaline spiking in my veins. Of course it's not over. Was I just getting complacent? Into my apartment as the music warbles on, aside from the moonlight streaming through the curtains, everything is dark. We try to switch on the light, but nothing happens. Music swells to a crescendo. My hands grow clammy. I tighten them against my jacket. Being pricks at the back of my neck. Whip around, squinting at the shadows. Nothing but stillness. Shuffle to the kitchen, keeping my steps light as I extract a knife from the counter. There are pulses in my throat. Going to my apartment? Could it possibly... No, he's under custody. He has to be. She could already tell me if he escaped. I inch closer, tightening my shaking grip on the handle of the knife. Then something inches into the light, awash with silver.
Good evening, Yamane Shimoto.
Oh my god. I'm beginning to wonder, this is so much fucking longer than I remember. I knew that, like, the stuff with, like, the killer was going to take a while. I forgot just how long, like, everything afterwards takes. Oh my god, I forgot there was, like, an entire-ass, like, D&D game. I forgot about, like, the talk of the cemetery. And I know it's so much fucking longer still. Oh. It's getting way too late for me. Like, I do have to wake up, like, before early afternoon tomorrow. Ugh. Yeah, no, this is gonna take, like, I think this is actually gonna take, fuck, I don't know. I think it's gonna take, like, at least another hour, but I feel like that's, if I stop now, even if it takes me another hour for, like, the main game, then I can still do the heroine prologues afterwards. Fuck. Yeah, no, you know what? This has gone so much longer than I expected it to. I think I do, in fact, have to just throw up my hands and say, yeah, no, this is not the finale as I thought. I have, like, 1 or 2 more weeks before the Kickstarter is technically over, even though it doesn't actually matter, but screw it, I think I am just gonna throw up my hands and say, nah, I gotta finish this another night. It's way too late for me right now. I need to start getting ready for bed. I need to prep to, like, wake up for work tomorrow afternoon. I'll have to scrub out the finale from next time for sure. Next time for sure. This, because I know this is longer than I remember too. And there's still, like, multiple, and there's still, like, a few other sections afterwards, so, yeah, no. Not the finale after all. Next week for sure. Next Thursday for sure. We're ending this. Screw it, I'm ending now. I should be going for a raid, but it's, like, almost 4 a.m. I really do need to stop here and now. Sorry. Sorry, everyone, but got one more stream in us, I guess. Next time, for sure, will be the end of Lucid9. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I hope to see you for the well and true finale of Lucid9. We're gonna actually finish up the main game, see what else there could possibly, see what this little encounter has to bring us, and check out the heroine prologue, since now I'm gonna be, if that's short enough, it probably will be short enough, it'll probably be like an hour, maybe hour 15. If I start early enough, I'll actually, like, take the time to do the heroine prologues. And then that'll be the last Lucid9 stream for sure, and then I'll get to, I'll either move on to the next, like, series, or take a small break to let my health come back. I'm sick of this illness I've got. Sick of this, like, congestion and cough that I got going on. That's enough. That's enough of my whining and rambling. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I hope to see you for the next stream. See you then.